Yeah, it's the underground. It's the underground. It's the underground. It's the underground. You better pass. You better run. And that's your ass. Boy, you done. It's the underground. It's the underground. Yeah, it's the underground. It's the underground. You better pass. You better run. And that's your ass. Boy, you done. Move the sticks. First down. You better not step out of bounds. You don't really want it, but you really need it. It's the underground, man, we undefeated. Michael Jackson couldn't beat it. Fourth down, couldn't reach it, man. Your squad about to lose it. Go ahead and face the music. Flip a coin, you still lost. Pay the cost to beat the boss. Turn your motherfucking lights off. Yeah, CTE, these niggas can't see me. Got your head fucked up, got the gang locked up, and it's over for your ass. Fourth down, you better pass. You know what it is, you ain't gotta ask. It's the underground, it's the underground, it's the underground, yeah, it's the underground. You better pass, you better run, and that's your ass. Boy, you done. It's the underground, it's the underground, yeah, it's the underground, it's the underground. You better pass, you better run.
Yeah, you know what it is. It's the Underground Sports Show, baby. Your boy, Filthy Rich on the Underground, man. Shady music cutting up. That's alright, man. You know how we do, man. Call in live to the show, man. We always live. 412-407-2744. Yeah, you know how we get it on, man. Hey, we got a lot to talk about tonight, of course, man. It is the Sports Week in Review on the Underground Sports Show, man. So it's going to be a little bit of everything, man. Of course, we got the Super Bowl coming up, so we talking about that. We got the Pro Bowl coming up, talking about that. We even got the Hall of Fame up in there, man. NFL honors, all that good stuff, man. We're going to get it on tonight. Talk sports, talk shit, because that's what we do here on the Underground, man. Yeah, you know what it is. Yeah. Yeah. What's up? Sunday night, baby, 9 p.m. What's good with y'all, man? Hey, everything's good around here, man. Cold outside still, man. This shit got to go, man. This shit got to go away, man. It's Black History Month, man. The coldest month of the year. That's what they do to us, right? That's what they do to us. But yeah, man, look here. Everybody, I got to answer the first question, man. I mean, the first question in the room, I'm sure, is why, Rich, why you got on this Redskins hat, bruh? Why do you got on this Redskins hat, man? You know, it's always Stiller's been up in here all season. Got my Stiller Mojo cup and everything. Why the Redskins hat, man? Because, like I said, man, it's Black History Month, man. This is Black History right here. Whether you know it or not, believe it or not, man. Redskins, man. Them his brothers on the helmet. Look how dark that dude is on the helmet, bruh. You know, that was on the helmet, on the logo. He the same complexion as me, bruh. That's Redskin, bruh. It's Redskin. You know what I'm saying? And you know we've been using that word, Reds. You know, red bone. You know what I'm saying? Red, couple dudes nicknames be Red if he's real light, high yellow. So what's up, Red? You know what I'm saying? Come on now. You know what I'm saying? That's the Redskins, man. They took it away like they did Uncle Ben and Aunt Jemima, and I don't like it, man. So I like to say I got one of the last Redskin articles of you know, clothing or, you know, logo stuff around. I know there's some guy out there that's a real Redskins fan that got way more than me, but I'm just saying, I always knew that was us, man. I always loved this logo, even when I didn't know, when I didn't have the knowledge, you know what I'm saying? The Titus Day was Indians and stuff like that. This ain't even nowhere close to India, Christopher Columbus. What is you talking about, man? So shout out to Black History Month, man. Today is the 1st of February, of course, and like I said, man, that's why I got on my Redskins hat, man. I wear this Redskins hat once a year, man. Should have never took away my Redskins. Or I should say, our Redskins, you know what I mean? Now, it ain't my squad or nothing like that. I ain't an NFC guy at all. But it's still a little bit of history in it. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of history in it. And they try to call it derogatory and all that. And I just don't agree, man. Some of y'all might think that's the truth or whatever like that. But it is what it is, man. We've been calling each other colors forever, man. Black, white, what the hell, man? You know what I'm saying? You know Chinese people's yellow, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. You know, Donald Trump orange to the motherfucker. So, you know, hey, it's just the color, man. It's just the color. I didn't see the derogatory thing about it, you know what I'm saying? They call everybody skin color. They call us black. We ain't even close to black. We ain't even close. We brown to the motherfucker. They call them brown downtown. You know what I'm saying? They're downstairs. You know, the Mexicans and shit. They call them brown, black and brown people. They call people colors all the time. It never made no sense to me, man. So, as a sports guy, man, I got all types of hats, man. I just let you know that. So when the season is fully over, you'll see me rocking all types of other teams. So don't get mad at me, because y'all Pittsburgh people be on a trip these days. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, we could wear any type of hat and nobody said nothing. But these days, man, you wear something other than the Steelers, people act like you said tripping or something, man. I don't get it. But let's get into it, man. I got a sweet little icebreaker for y'all today, man. I mean, a real icebreaker. You know, I got time, man. So there's no rush around here, man. We're going to get into the Super Bowl. We're going to get into the Hall of Fame, of course. We all know about what happened at the Hall of Fame this week. We're going to read and react to that and tell me how you feel about that. You know what I'm saying? Hit me up in the chat. Call in to the show. Let me know. But yeah, man, quick icebreaker. I got a couple videos for y'all, man, because it's been going down, man. That's why this is a real icebreaker. And when I say going down, I'm talking about the snow, man. And it ain't going nowhere, man, because it's freezing freaking cold outside. This is like a phenomenon right here, man. We ain't seen this in a long time, man, where the snow comes and it stays, man. We got big, you know, mountains everywhere and all that shit all in the way. Fucking your car up, you know what I'm saying? You can't hit one of them ice mountains, man. That's straight ice, bro. That'll tear your frame of your car up. These new cars ain't built for that. You know what I'm saying? I got a big old Suburban. It's newer. And you just can't even be tough in your truck no more, man. All this fiberglass, whatever they making these vehicles out of now, these bumpers out of, charging you, you know, all this money for these bumpers if you ruin them or whatever, but they ain't even worth shit, man. Now, my old truck, man, I could have ran through anything, and that thing still looked the same. You know what I'm saying? So now these days, man, you drive a truck, you still got to be all pretty and shit. But anyway, back to the icebreaker, man. We had some conflicts over all this snow and stuff like that, because speaking of vehicles, when you go to park or you go to get out of your parking spot, you had to dig yourself out during the storm, right? So you know how we get down in Pittsburgh, man. We ain't with that, man. You park in my spot, dog, it's on like popcorn. You know what I'm saying? It's on like popcorn, and we throw the chairs out there. We throw the dining room table out there. We throw the baby stroller out there. It don't matter, man. We gonna throw something out there to let you know, yeah, yo. I dug this spot out, B. You know what I'm saying? Don't park in my spot, or it's cracking. You know what I'm saying? Somebody might be going to jail. Somebody, you know what I'm saying? Somebody might be getting a black eye. It's gonna be something. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be something. So let's check this story out in Philly real quick, man. I hate to see it happen, but, you know, people don't respect each other these days. And that's what's wrong with America in a big way. You know what I'm saying? Respect. Respect is a very distant thing these days, man. It's just not the way it used to be. So let's check this story out right here. Coming out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the other side of PA, baby. That's what I like to call it.
Well, parking wars got way out of hand in Kensington as a couple of car owners decided to slug it out over savesies. The fight appears to be over a shoveled-out parking spot and was captured on surveillance video. Police have been putting out warnings trying to prevent heated escalations like this one. Action News reporter Brianna Smith, live in Philadelphia's Wissahickon neighborhood tonight with more. Brianna.
Yeah, Rick, snow is the only thing covering the streets of Philadelphia. They're also dotted with traffic cones like that one, chairs, and other items, all to save parking spots. But Philadelphia police are reminding residents that savesies is illegal, especially after that violent altercation earlier today.
It's very disturbing.
This surveillance video shows the fight over a snow-free parking spot that left a 45-year-old man in critical condition on Thursday afternoon.
It's very dangerous right now.
The brawl unfolded on the 2700 block of A Street in Kensington around 1:20 p.m. Philadelphia police say the 45-year-old victim had a knife and a 21-year-old man had a gun. Both put down their weapons.
Okay, both put down their weapons, and then Girlie come over, and she's about to say it, and pistol whip dude that was getting out on the young boy, right? The 20-year-old had the gun. Now the girl comes save him with the gun, so you know the 21-year-old girl dude is the one on the ground. So that's what I thought about was funny about the story. 45-year-old, he getting busy on the 20-something-year-old dude. They say 21? Getting out on him, bro. How you let dude get out on you in the snow like that? Well, you know what I'm saying? Here you go again.
5-year-old victim had a knife and a 21-year-old man had a gun. Both put down their weapons during the fight. Then they say a 36-year-old woman grabbed a gun and pistol whipped the victim before
she pistol whipping him, and now he's in critical care, bro. He took about three joints to the head. You know what I'm saying? We're lucky that gun ain't go off and hit nobody, man. That's crazy. So yeah, man. Shovel parking spot wars, bro.
That's why we do take this serious. And even though it seems like it's not that serious of an issue, but unfortunately, over the years, we've seen some really tragic results.
In West Philadelphia, someone shattered this windshield and left a note stating, "Next time, don't move people's trash cans for your convenience."
Shady. See, you know what I'm saying? Let's go back to what dude said real quick.
And even though it seems like it's not that serious of an issue.
The gun and 45-year-old victim had a knife and a 21-year-old man had a gun. Both put down their weapons during the fight. Then they say a 36...
That's why we do take this serious. And even though it seems like it's not that serious of an issue, but unfortunately, over the years, we've seen some really tragic results.
And he said it, we've seen some really tragic results. Won't you just make it a law? Or at least do what Pittsburgh did, right? Because this is Philly, man. Philly's wild. Philly people is wild, man. They ain't even thinking, right? So, this is how you can prevent all that. This is it. When you leadership, this is how you prevent all that. Let's go to Pittsburgh, PA. Let's go to back to my side of the state where, you know what I'm saying, a little bit of common sense be locking in, you know what I'm saying? Since we rivals, let's get our hate on, you know what I'm saying? Because Philly, I don't know what y'all thinking, man. Let's peep it out. Pittsburgh, news and see how we handle it here in the burg.
Siopa is hearing from Yinzers, finding creative ways to protect their parking spots. She joins us tonight from the city's East Liberty neighborhood.
All of this piled up snow is making it difficult to find available street parking, so people who do have a good spot and don't want to lose it are claiming it in true Pittsburgh fashion. If we were anywhere else, this might be an unusual sight.
I've seen the chairs out.
But we're in Pittsburgh, where it's totally normal.
I love it, personally.
This week, Pittsburghers are taking the parking chair tradition to a whole new level, taking a claim to the spots they worked hard to free from the snow.
You gotta make sure you got your spot back, the one that you dug out, because snow gets so piled up that there are no spots left after a while.
Beach chairs, garbage cans, and wooden barriers. Spots are filling up with all kinds of objects outside of the standard folding chair. Because of the snow, the phenomenon has drawn in some first-timers like Riley Hunter and Turner Bubeck.
I'm from Houston, Texas, so all of this is alien to me.
Jacqueline Rojas, who is originally from Florida, says she saw her neighbors doing it.
I was scared to be that aggressive, but figured I would try it, and it's worked out so far.
Nah, shorty, that's what you got to do around here. Yeah, it works out, because people, we got respect around here. Now, we had our little incidents, man. We know them people that got, worse than critical condition around here in a certain neighborhood when, you disrespected somebody's work, their hard work. It ain't about the parking spot. It's about the hard work and the fight to get their car out of that spot. There's nowhere else to park. It's just disrespectful. We really shouldn't have to put these chairs out here, man. If there was more respect in the world, people would just respect that and know there's a snowstorm. Don't even go and try to park in front of nobody's crib. Or if you can't get a parking spot, you got to keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Shouldn't even have to do all that.
And with the parking chair comes an unwritten rule. Don't move it.
Obviously.
Sports. Sound like sports to me. Unwritten rule.
So far.
And with the parking chair comes an unwritten rule. Don't move it.
Obviously, Pittsburgh, there's a lot of chairs popping up on your street, so please respect the chair law, whatever you want to call it, in the neighborhoods.
O'Connor. Hey, yo, that's what the leadership did. Now, remember in Philly, the Philadelphia leadership, the cop was like, yeah, it's not a law, so there's really nothing we can do. You just got to... no, dude. No, bruh. Just like O'Connor put the message out there. Now, he can't write the law, but him as a public figure, as the guy in the city, says, look, man, just respect everybody's chair, man. They put a chair out there, respect that, and keep it moving, man. That's what leadership's supposed to do, man.
We'll respect the chair, I think, yeah.
For the most part.
If you put a chair in front of my house, I'm throwing it.
Oh, you're throwing it. Okay,
I'm
so
moving
you're
it.
disrespecting the chair.
If it's in front of my, there's rules. There's rules. Not in front of my house.
How would you react if somebody moved your chair?
I mean, that would be some hostile action right there.
Somebody moved a parking chair to take somebody else's spot, and it was really dramatic.
The Pittsburgh.
It's double disrespectful once you put the chair there, baby. They got the beach chair out there in the snow. You know what I'm saying? They got the beach chair out there in the snow. That's funny. All right, man. That's the icebreaker, man. I just wanted to break the ice, waste some time, see who's going to get up in here and who not, man. Hit me up in the chat, you know what I'm saying? If you up here live with me, you know what I'm saying? Let me know you in the house, man. Call into the show, 412-407-2744. You change the vibe anytime you want, man. I'm going to get into the Super Bowl. I'm going to get into, some coaching for sure, man. Coaching is big right now, man. It's everything. We got all 10 spots filled up. And we'll get into that too. But all right, man, that's it for the icebreaker, man. You know what I'm saying? Once again, you just checking in, man. I got my Redskins joints on, man. It's Black History, man. I'll break it down to you later if you don't already know. I already broke it down once, you know what I'm saying? But that dude on right there, same complexion as me, bro. If you never noticed, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? I learned from a lot of history teachers, not even teachers, professors, brother. Professors. We was here. So it's Black History Month. Shout out to that, man. Shout out to the us. You know what I'm saying? The logo they took from us, sports related. You know what I'm saying? Mixing it in, making it sports related. But let's talk Super Bowl, baby. It's Super Bowl week. Super Bowl week is upon us. And man, this is one of the greatest times of the year, man. It's really a holiday, man. They need to. My cousin said it the other day. He was like, man, they need to make the Super Bowl on like a Saturday or something, man, because so many people miss work. It's on so late. What was I watching the other day, and I didn't like that it was on at that time? It was the college football championship, man. Why is that on a Monday night, man? They needed to find another day. Now, they do got to deal with the playoffs and all that stuff like that. And but they should boss up on that Saturday night, but I don't think they can compete with the NFL the way they like to split up their stuff. So I think they're forced to go on Monday night college football championship, but I still didn't like it, man. I know a lot of people that got to get to bed, man. And the older you get, you know what I'm saying, the more a lot of people need their sleep. At least they want to wake up early, but they want to go to bed early too. You know what I'm saying? The older folks. So yeah, man, that up late stuff ain't for everybody. Some people got very important jobs to do. I work with people that do very important jobs, man, and they always tell me, man, like, you know, I got to get some sleep, man. I couldn't even stay up and watch it, you know. Regular Monday night football games mess with them. They just won't even do it, even their favorite team. But yeah, back to the Super Bowl. We got a great Super Bowl here, I believe. We got a rematch of the Patriots and the Seahawks. And the Patriots owe the Seahawks badly. But most of America, and definitely FanDuel, does not believe that the Patriots even have a chance, man. Let's look at the sports book first, man. Over and under is 45.5. Is that low? No, that's pretty high. That's pretty high. I mean, that's got a mid-grade. It ain't like 50 or nothing like that, like some teams would be. But Seattle's been putting up points, and New England's probably bringing that thing down, only scoring 10 points against Denver last week. Seahawks defense is really good. So, yeah, the over and under is probably about right. And spread is -4.5. Very disrespectful to the New England Patriots, man. The Seahawks are favored by 4.5 points. That means if you pick the Seahawks, you got to win by 5 points, man. Hey, you might as well call that a touchdown, man. And I don't know. I guess it could happen. A lot of people don't got faith in the Patriots. Well, I ain't going to say they ain't got faith in the Patriots. It's more that I think a lot of people are on the Seahawks bandwagon big time, man. Now, the Seahawks is good, man. It ain't like we ain't never been on the Seahawks bandwagon before. Seahawks should be back-to-back champions, man, if it wasn't for the Patriots. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for the Patriots stealing they shine. Yeah, I know it's Web Slinger in the chat said it is illegal to place chairs and cones. I know it's illegal. That's why it's an unwritten rule. Do I care, though? You know what I'm saying? Do I care? That's one thing I will be proud of if they take me downtown, bro. They take me downtown because I had to fight somebody for stealing my chair or pulling my chair out the way in front of my crib after I dug it out. Nah, man, don't park in my parking spot, bro. Now, especially if you like on a residential street. You You know what I'm saying? Like mine's like real residential. You know what I'm talking about? Like ain't nothing but homes, man. No businesses or nothing. You ain't running in the store real quick or nothing like that. Nah, you came to visit your buddy, your girlfriend, and you just parked in my spot. You about to lay up all night? Nah, dog. Yeah, you about to catch a. Ain't gonna be no lamp. It's gonna be a brick though. Like you see in the video, your dude's joint was smashed up and they left a note. You know what I'm saying? That shit was funny as hell. But Patriots about to go crazy. Okay, Web Slinger, I feel you, bro. You going with the big dog, underdog? I feel you, man. Hey, I'm ready to go with the Patriots too. I ain't gonna lie, man. But I'm gonna tell you why, man. We got two Mike and Mikes coaching the Super Bowl, right? We could have had two Sean and Seans, right? Could have had Sean Payton and we could have had Sean McVay. But the offensive guys didn't make it. The defensive guys made it to the Super Bowl. And that brings up a question, man. Is defense still wins championships? Well, we definitely know this year defense is going to win championships, okay? These are two good, really good defenses with quarterbacks that really don't make you go, it ain't Lamar Jackson, it ain't Josh Allen, it ain't, Baker Mayfield, it ain't Joe Burrow, it ain't none of these guys. It definitely ain't no damn Aaron Rodgers, even though that's a big name, but there's a lot of big names out there, man. There's a lot of, guys out there, Caleb Williams. There's a lot of superstars out there that it ain't, man. That it is not. So, yeah, nobody's really thinking about the quarterbacks. I mean, even though they're a good story, this is about defense here. And the coaches are defensive coaches. So they made it to the mountaintop against each other. Once again, Mike and Mike in the Super Bowl. Mike Vrabel versus Mike McDonald. And it's the first time I ever seen somebody, a McDonald, not with the MCC, with the MAC, you know what I'm saying? But they don't say McDonald. I ain't never heard nobody say McDonald. Every time anybody's call him McDonald. I wonder if we saying it wrong. I seen his name on TV the other day, and I wasn't expecting to see that. I thought it was going to be MC like McDonald's, you know what I'm saying? But I guess his family was like, bruh, we going to make sure we ain't known for selling no hamburgers, you know what I'm saying? That ain't what you thinking when you see her last name. So it's McDonald, M-A-C Donald. All right, but the defensive coach coming from the Ravens in his second year, and this really could be a battle of the coach of the year, you ask me. Now, we will find out who the coach of the year is in the NFL honors. That is the day before where they pick the MVPs and all that good stuff like that. So the day before, we will know who the coach of the year is, and that'll settle that. If I had to vote, these definitely would be my top two. But because of the pinnacle that they made it to, and in the fashion that they made it, Mike Vrabel, of course, has dragged the Patriots out of doom back to Super Bowl, back where they were when he was a player. And Mike McDonald, only in his second year, he is taking the Seahawks back to the Super Bowl and putting them back into the Legion of Doom type of category with different characters, though, right? So, yeah, I really like that from these two coaches, man. And defense is taking over. So, Mike Vrabel done a good job. Mike McDonald did a good job. But I just want to know, man, who wins this coaching battle, man? Who is the guy that, is going to take his team over the edge, man? Because we've been talking a lot of coaching lately. Steelers got a new coach. 9 other teams got a new coach. Wasn't a new black coach. We thought somebody was going to get a black coach, but we'll get into that later. You know what I'm saying? On February 1st, Black History Month. But yeah, who's going to win this coaching battle, man? Who's got the experience? Neither one of them, both their first time as a coach to the Super Bowl. Mike Vrabel's been a coach for a while, though. Mike McDonald, like I said, this is his sophomore year, is a head coach. That's why I think he is coach of the year in my vote. But, yeah, if it was up to me, I think Mike Vrabel, not up to me, but in my opinion, I think Mike Vrabel has the most experience, obviously, even when it comes to the Super Bowl. He has the edge here because he's been here as a player. And this will automatically, to me, the way I judge coaches and the way I grade the great coaches, there ain't too many great coaches that played football on a high level. And there damn sure ain't a lot of coaches that actually won a Super Bowl and won a Super Bowl as a coach. As a player, as a coach, and Mike Vrabel wasn't no regular player. He was a defensive player that could play tight end, caught touchdowns. I think he got like 7 touchdowns from Tom Brady. And he's a captain on that team, a leader. He was the man. Kevin Stefanski, coach of the year, man. Hey, Atlanta act like he was coach of the year though. Web Slinger, come on, man. How did Kevin Stefanski get that job so goddamn fast? How? But they love that dude, man. They love that dude. Atlanta definitely loves that dude. You know what I mean? But at least Cleveland kicked him out. Cleveland knew what was up, man. Cleveland knew. You fucking up the money, bro. Shador is money. Shador's money. And you fucking up the money. Put the boy in the game, man. We sad. What you waiting for? We sad as hell. What you got to lose? You already losing. Picking around, trying not to put the boy in the game. Just put the boy in the game. Let's sell some goddamn jerseys. Let's sell some hot dogs, some tickets. And let's do our motherfucking thing. But nah, you want to be a hardhead, dude. And then they send this cat to Atlanta. I don't get it. We'll get into that later, though, man. I'm telling you, it's going to be a long show. It's cool if you're hanging in there with me. That's cool. If you got to leave, come back, whatever, man. It is what it is. But it's the Underground Sports Show. But make sure you hit the like button and call into the show, man. Talk your sports, talk your shit, too, with me. 412-407-2744. It's February 1st, Black History Month, and I'm just on here on some freestyle. You know what I'm saying? Weekend review. It is what it is, man. But also about the Super Bowl. Back to the Super Bowl, man. We got also not two good upcoming coaches. We got two good quarterbacks that are on opposite spectrums, though, man. So that is the real drama in this game, man. What quarterback will elevate his career to the next level, all right? But they're definitely on two opposite spectrums. Our boy Drake May is just beginning his career, and he's already finding himself in the Super Bowl in his sophomore season, which is great for him, which is great for Patriots fans. I'm hating like a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? I do not want the Patriots to get their 7th Super Bowl at all. Do I think it's possible? Am I ready to pick the Patriots? Because I think everybody's sleeping on them. Yeah, that's where the money's at with the Patriots, on the money line, you know what I'm saying? For the upset. So yeah, I might pick the Patriots, but that's just cheese, bro. My heart does not want these Patriots to win at all. At all, not even close. There's a whole lot of reasons for that. But it ain't Drake May, bro. I really do like Drake May. I really do, man. I like Drake May at North Carolina. When he came out of the draft, I thought he was the best quarterback coming out of the draft. I like the way he could throw not off balance, but like off. He don't got to set his feet to throw the ball all the time, to throw a good, accurate ball. You know, he's no super mobile guy, but he can run. You know what I'm saying? So I like Drake May from the beginning, and he's proven me right, man. He's the first guy out of that group to get to this point, okay? First guy out of that group to get to this point. Now, the other guy, Sam Darnold, who's probably getting all the press this week because of the way his career went, man. Sam Darnold also was a first-round draft pick, but he turned out to be a bust, right? Of course, he played for the Jets, though. We know how it go for the Jets, man. Everybody's a goddamn bust for the Jets. Even when they pick a coach, it's a bust. You know what I'm saying? They pick a defensive back to be their coach, and they don't get one interception all year. You ain't gonna tell me the Jets ain't a jinx, man. I don't know what the Jets did to jinx their goddamn self, but they definitely jinx, man. Web Slinger on the chat says Patriots gonna win because of the, tell me what. You know what I'm saying? Said Patriots gonna win because of the, I want to know, bruh. Put me D. Because, I mean, you might be on to something. But back to Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold is trying to recover his career, man. And he's on a high. I mean, he's been going up and up and up from the Vikings to here. He got the Vikings firing their GM because they looking at it like, how you let this dude get out the door, man? You should have paid this motherfucker whatever. Even though they probably was like, nah, I don't pay him. They probably fucked this. But they still fire him because it made him look stupid. It made him look dumb. Like, damn, dog, Sam Darnold, you just let him go and he took the team right next to us to the Super. Come on, man. You can't be doing a good job, right? So, fired the GM. I can't remember his name, brother, though. Fired him in Minnesota. Pretty much because of that, man. As soon as they won that NFC Championship, dude was fired like 2 days later, bro. That's crazy. Crazy work, but that's how the game go, man. That's how the game go. But yeah, Sam Darnold, this game is so important to him, man, because if you don't win this game, you go right back to where you was at. Not totally a bust, but still, this will change everything, man. No one will say the word bust ever again, man. They'll never say it again. They'll definitely be blaming it on the Jets if you can win this game, yo. If you can win this game, there's no argument that, oh, you had to get better. Nah, they're going to blame it on the Jets. But if you lose this game, you still leave doubt open that, maybe you just ain't the guy, man. Especially if that Cinderella slipper fall off, man. If that Cinderella slipper fall off Sam Darnold, it's going to be tough. So the Patriots going to win because of their explosives list. Web Slinger says in the chat. Yeah, okay. I do like them, though, man. They got 2 good running backs. Stephon Diggs. What's his name? I can't remember his first name, but Booty at wide receiver. I think Hunter Henry's still out there tight end. They got some talent, man. They got Kyron Williams, man. He's a rookie, but he might step up in the Super Bowl. Good route runner, man. So, yeah, Patriots is legit, man. I like Drake May a lot. Offensive line is solid, and the defense is solid. Web Slinger says, facts, no more bus talk. They can't talk about bus no more. He win the Super Bowl, it's a wrap. So, man, yeah, there's reasons to root for Sam Darnold. There's reason to root for Drake May, man. I think the world is going to be rooting for Sam Darnold, though, man. He's the guy that don't got much more time to fix it. Your boy Drake May's a young dude, you know what I'm saying? He got time to recover and make it happen. And, I don't think people like the Patriots either. I just don't think so, but, they are the underdog, and that's where the money's at, so the bets might go that way. But I'm pretty sure with people's hearts, man, they hating, man. Who wants somebody? Nah. We just got done hating y'all. The Patriots, America, right? We just got done. The Chiefs took over. We start hating the Chiefs. Now y'all trying to come back. Nah, we don't need them to get the 7 Lombardis at all. We need this just to be a bad week for the Patriots all the way around, man. Now, Drake May is having a little injury issue they've been talking about here. So let's check this little story out. I don't know. Maybe that's the reason, because the line was -3.5 all last week. Then I checked today. I seen -4.5, and maybe that got something to do with the injury to Drake May. Here's the story right here. Patriots Drake May injury news just got worse for Super Bowl approaches. Originally appeared, never mind. There is still a lot of time into the Super Bowl. The New England Patriots won't take the Seattle Seahawks in the big game until a week from Sunday, but it's never good for the quarterback to be missing practice for any of the injury reason, and that's what happened to Drake May on Friday. The Patriots listed May as it did not participate in practice report. In addition to the right shoulder injury he was already known to be dealing with, May added to the report for an illness. So you know how these dudes will come down with a little illness. Luckily, it's a week away, so he should be good, man. May and the head coach Mike Vrabel have both downplayed this shoulder injury this week, and probably for good reason. It doesn't do them any good to express concern, and it's a long way until the game. So they're talking way back from Friday. But before Friday, May has been listed as a limited practice participant. So the shoulder been around. So it is what it is. But I think he just caught the illness real quick. He's definitely going to play. It's a week away. But that might be the reason for the shift in the -4.5. So don't be surprised if you check later this week and it's -3.5. You want to wait on if you want to bet on the Patriots with the spread, I would wait. That gives you 2 ways to win, man. You bet on the Patriots with the 3.5. Field goal don't win the game. So you still get your bread, but it won't be the same bread if you pick them on the money line. I think the money line is where the money is at. It's always where the money is at in the Super Bowl. You just got to pick the winner, big dog. You know what I'm saying? You got to do what you got to do. All right? So that is it for the Super Bowl right now, man. But let's get into it. Well, you know what? We ain't done. Let's get into a little conspiracy real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because the conspiracy theories these days just be flying around, right? There's a billion of them, man. And I usually don't mix conspiracy with football, but this one was crazy, man. This one was real wild. Let me bring up a photo here real quick. Let me see. All right, hold on. Okay, hold up. Let's bring this up real quick while we read. Well, we listen here to my man Rich Eisen. And I just want him to break it down for you, man. I could go deeper to it, but it's a little conspiracy about this image right here, man. The Super Bowl image. We all know about the Super Bowl logo thing, right? How, for years, dudes been saying they could tell who's going to the Super Bowl by the logo or whatever like that. So I'll just be throwing that stuff away, man. Everybody want to act like the refs is cheating and Vegas got their hand, and I run from that stuff, man. But this one's wild, man. So let's listen to Rich Eisen real quick here. Hold up, let me turn the joint
Battery
on.
90%. Connected to FILTHY and Pixel 6 Pro.
All right, let's go with Rich Eisen real quick.
Winks and a nod at you.
Hold on, here we go.
That gamblers mostly say about the NFL's season. And the thing that drives me particularly nuts are, the refs are this and the refs are that.
Right.
I, was made aware that the ref in the AFC Championship game had refed only wins for Denver, and the ref in the NFC Championship game had refed only wins for the Rams. And look who's going to the Super Bowl, all that stuff. The cutesy stuff is the looking at the Super Bowl logo and the color scheme to see who's made it, and that the NFL knows who's going to make it and winks and a nod at you with the color scheme, whatever. That's funny. But this is something I bring up with a little bit of hesitancy and just this is nuts. So before the season, the NFL put up this, what would you say, mural, graphic, or whatever?
Yeah, sure, artwork.
Okay.
So here's the mural. Here's the graphic right here that he's showing. So that's why I put it up. All right, let's go.
Artwork, yeah. Barkley's at front and center, and Purdy and Burrow and Mahomes and Watt, and all 32 teams are represented looking at the trophy inside of Levi Stadium for Super Bowl 60. And it's the 32 teams with February dreams were so back. This was the first week of the NFL season. All right, now zoom in on the two quarterbacks who are closest to the trophy.
That's crazy.
That's fantastic.
Hey, yo, is that not crazy though, bruh? Y'all gonna tell me that ain't crazy? Now, let me go. Let me keep listening. Let's keep.
Arnold and May are up front.
Up front.
Now, Malik Neighbors is there, and Jaden Daniels is close, and
they don't have shoulder.
Marvin Harrison. Sauce Gardner didn't even finish with the Jets.
There's no shoulder.
He wound up teammates with Taylor, and then combined, he was, 2-15? So, I mean, they put Cam Ward right there, but it is kind of nuts that the player that's closest, could you say, now, can we read in to this mural to say, if May looks the closest?
He looks the closest, yeah.
It does look like.
All right, now check it out, man. Hey, May do look a little close, though. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. May look a little closer. He look a little, he looks bigger, but, if you catch the right angle, man, you look at that close stuff, he looks like a little hit of him. And me and my web slinger, the whole time we've been talking about, the Patriots getting this upset here, man. So, hey, this year, they fooled us, man. They knew we was on the logo. Well, I ain't going to say we, because I don't get into this shit. But this one's creepy, man. I got to admit, this one's wild. So usually they hit us with the logo. Like he said, people be showing colors and saying that, they know what's up. But, man, this is wild. How did they get in the front? Now, some might think, well, they just threw them in the front because if you go back to the other picture, that's who you can really see, right? You really had to zoom in to peep these dudes. Let's go back to the other picture real quick. This is the picture that they show you. And you're really, when you see this image, you're looking at Barkley, who was the man last year, TJ Watt, Burrow, Mahomes, all the guys, man, Brock Purdy, Lamar Jackson. That's all you see. You ain't looking that deep. So maybe the artist said, let me put the lesser guys back in the background so you really can't see them, but that makes them closer to the trophy, right? So, hey, I don't know, man. Web Slinger in the chat says, fun facts, Patriots been in Super Bowl every time something major happened in America. Hey, bro, I definitely remember that, man. When the Patriots went, what was that? What war was that? That was the Desert. Yeah, that's that long ago, man. That was not the first Desert Storm, but that was the second joint, right? Where they went over there. They had the American flag was the logo. and all that good stuff. Not the America, but the America was in the logo, like the shape of America with the flag going across it. I remember all that, man. They made it real patriotic, and it was I think that had to be the New England and the Rams. Yeah, New England and the Rams Super Bowl. So yeah, that's definitely a fun fact, Web Slinger. Yeah, but yeah, right here, man. Hey, that's crazy, crazy work. How these two boys, Sam Darnold and your boy, is in the front. And I don't do these sports conspiracies, man. I might get into some other real life, witchcraft and all that stuff like that. But bruh, nah, man, I try to stay away from sports, but it was hard for me with this one. And then I was already, I seen it some other places. Then I came and Rich Eisen said it too. I said, oh, if Rich Eisen said it, I got to talk about it, man. I want to know what y'all think, man. Is this trippy? Is it just trippy or is it coincidence? This is a hell of a fucking coincidence, though, bro. You ain't going to tell me this ain't no hella coincidence. Now, the only thing I can debunk this with is the AI garbage that's out here, right? You know what I'm saying? The AI stuff that could flip things around whenever they want to. You ever heard of like the Mandela effect too? Y'all boys know about the Mandela effect? You know what I'm saying? Because that's what they like to do. They like, you know what I'm saying? Let me put the photo down. They like to erase history, right? That's why I got my skins on. You know what I'm saying? And I told y'all all show. This is why I got my skins on. That's right. Web Slinger, witchcraft. You know what I'm saying? I used to watch, bro. Don't sleep. You know what I'm saying? Learned a lot from y'all. But anyway, yeah. I don't do all these conspiracies, but man, they'll make some shit melt away, man. Now, like I said, y'all ain't never heard of the Mandela effect? Let's go to the video, bro. Yeah, if y'all ain't down with the Mandela effect, you might be missing something. Let's peep it out. Hold up. Let's go.
Mandela effect? Okay, Nelson Mandela.
I was like, I know Nelson Mandela.
There was a segment of the population that believed that he died when he was in jail, and another segment said, no, he went on to become a president. And then these other things, like people began remembering the Fruit of the Loom label on underwear with a cornucopia that they say does not exist.
Stop it.
And never existed. If you Google it, the logo says it never existed, but you and I know it did. Because we're living a slightly different.
Hold on a second.
No, it doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop there. I mean, it's the monocle on the guy.
I remember a cornucopia.
Yeah, I do too. But if you Google it, they'll
Olivia,
say.
I think you're too young. Cornucopia, you're Canadian.
I don't even know what a cornucopia is.
Oh my God.
The cornucopia it's like.
In this reality, there's no cornucopia.
It's just one example.
It's like a horn made of. It's like a shofar, but it's bigger and
it's got
a lot of it on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, all the fruit comes out. And there was a label in the back of my underwear when I was a kid. I remember that.
It's like a glitch in the Matrix.
It's a reset. It's a little reset.
Hold on. So we have the picture here of the cornucopia. Well, let's put it on
No, but people could have made that. But yes,
yeah, but that's what
I
you think. That's what you
I
think.
remember this.
But they're saying it never existed. Fruit of the Loom says they never had that logo, and we all know they did. There are lyrics. No, they did. But there are lyrics of songs that I was singing when I was in the '60s, and now those lyrics have one of them. Mama told me when I was young, be a good boy, don't ever play with guns.
Yes.
And that's not what they changed to something. I don't know. These are all called Mandela effects. Mandela effect.
All right, well, that's the quick story on the Mandela effect if you ain't know what I'm talking about. But that's what I'm talking about when I'm thinking, they could have replaced this Drake May. Let me bring it back up. They could have replaced this Drake May, Sam Darnold at the lead in front of the trophy. You know what I'm saying? They could have swapped it on us, man, with the AI and all the, the Mandela effect crap they trying to make us believe or whatever. Still City Luke in the house, man. Salute to you too, man. Salute the Underground Sports, he said in the chat. Yeah, appreciate it, big dog. Appreciate it. We're in here getting it on, you know what I'm saying? Talking a little bit of Super Bowl, talking about the Patriots upset. See if we can get one of them because that's where the money's at this week, man. But yeah, and we talked about the big time coaching battle too, man. Coaching battle is going to be big in this one. I'm thinking Mike McDonald's definitely going to win Coach of the Year on Saturday night. But hey, man, they could hit us with a curveball and pick Mike Vrabel. But I think the The game should really judge it. I mean, I wish they could vote like after the game, or they could just let the game decide it, because the season worked out so perfect that the two guys that was up for Coach of the Year is get to meet each other mano a mano on the field, right? No doubt, man. You gotta love that. All right. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, man. We talking sports, talking shit for a minute here, man. Had to come on a little early, you know what I'm saying? Underground Sports Show Sunday night, week in review, man. I ain't seen y'all in a while, man. Call into the show, talk your shit, talk your sports, man. All right. See, still on coaching, man. Told you we're gonna be talking a lot of coaches, man. Finally, all 10 coaching spots are full, man. Are full. Cardinals hire Rams offensive coordinator Mike LaFleur as their next coach. So that's another Mike in the league. And that's Matt's brother, Matt LaFleur from the Green Bay Packers. His brother is joining the Arizona Cardinals. Now, they can't meet up in the Super Bowl, but they can meet up in the NFC Championship, man. So that'll be wild. We'll see how he does. Webslinger in the chat says Patriots been in Super Bowl 3 out of 4 years. Trump been in 2017 and 2021. Damn, good facts there. Definitely didn't recognize that. This term is first year, boom, they back. More conspiracies, why not, man? We got a whole week. You know what I'm saying? We got a whole week. All right, one more coaching thing. Raiders reportedly finalizing deal to hire the Seahawks offensive coordinator, Clint Kubiak. All right, so the Raiders get their guy. They pick off of both, highly sought coaching staff is the coaching staffs. The Rams get their guy, and I guess the coach from the Seahawks, Clint Kubiak, took his week off this week to go talk to the Raiders and took that job, man. Not a bad job for Clint Kubiak. He's got the first pick in the draft. You can't beat that, right? I mean, you got to get your future quarterback right there. I mean, that gives you a short leash, though, because you got to pick the right guy right away. There's going to be no room for you to make a mistake here, man. And it's probably going to be Mendoza. Probably going to put the pressure on the young coach. Pick the guy that they want. Tom Brady's in town, you know what I mean? You know Tom Brady's going to be talking about who he wants that quarterback, so I don't know how much Clint Kubiak's going to have to do with that, but he's definitely going to have to make it work with the first pick of the draft. So we shall see, man. We shall see. And a fun fact here, speaking of fun facts, the only first pick in the draft quarterback, first overall pick in the draft quarterback to win a Super Bowl is Matt Stafford, man. And that happened not too long ago, but there's a whole bunch of quarterbacks picked first overall. Y'all know that, man. Cam Newton, even Sam Darnold was one of them. Whole bunch of dudes over the years, like, Kyler Murray's and all them dudes. Man, there's a whole bunch of them, man. And only one, Matt Stafford, man. Onk in the chat, what if they name Coach of the Year wins the Super Bowl? That's what they should do. I'm telling you, man. I don't know if you was in here, Onk. I just said that, man. That's what they should do. That's definitely what they should do. Because to me, on the Underground, man, when I go through all my awards when the season's finally over, you know what I'm saying? I go through all mine. When I look back at the whole season, I'm picking whoever wins the Super Bowl for the Underground Coach of the Year. You know what I mean? I ain't worried about what they do. All right. Another big story real quick. Let's go through some news, man, real quick. Let's get around the league and go through some news. I think this is a big story here. The Seahawks. Hold on, give me a second here. But this. Okay, I know what I did. The Seahawks are up for sale after the Super Bowl. Can you believe it? Seattle Seahawks owners, whoever the owners are right now, are selling the Seahawks. Let's look at the story real quick. Let's check it out so we can break it down. Seattle Seahawks will go up for sale after Super Bowl. What Super Bowl is this? I don't even know my Roman numerals. Is this 55? Something like that. League and ownership source familiar with the arrangement told ESPN, ending years of questions about when the team would seek new ownership following 2018 death of former owner Paul G. Allen. Okay. Sale discussions have taken place at ownership and league levels for at least the past week. The Seahawks and NBA Portland Trailblazers have been owned by Allen's estate since the former owner and Microsoft co-founder died in 2018. Oh, he's a baller, dog. From complications of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Okay, his sister Jody Allen has controlled the teams and executor of the trust, with a directive from her brother to eventually sell both and donate the proceeds to charity. God damn. Now, a lot of times I don't read these stories because I like to be shocked, you know what I'm saying, as I read it online. I mean, yeah, while I'm here online, you know what I'm saying? But that's wild, man. That's wild. So, you know, they pretty much struck gold, man, because they planned on selling the team, or they was waiting for an opportunity to sell the team, man. If they win the Super Bowl, not even just, they're already striking gold, just having the success of getting to the Super Bowl, knowing the new owner is going to be buying a Super Bowl roster and a fan base that is tuned in, that is loving this team right now. You know what I'm saying? So, man, it doesn't surprise me that a lot of conversation is sparking up about this right now. Sounds like they needed to sell the team for quite a while now. But, yeah, it's very surprising to see a team being sold as they're going to the Super Bowl. Don't seem like it don't make sense, but it does as you read the story how Paul Allen died a couple years ago, and his sister, they really don't want it. She don't even want the money, bro. Proceeds is going to charity. Charity? That's a new one right there. That's a new one, and that's a wild story, for real, for real. It's already wild enough that they selling them, but the ins and out of that story is crazy, man. All right, also, NFL Network is sold to ESPN, and I don't like it, man. I don't like it at all, man. I don't like it at all. NFL Network was always one of my channels. ESPN is a channel I have grown to not like at all. A lot of their shows, can't stand them. A lot of the people on their shows, can't really do them. You know, nothing wrong with the people or whatever like that. Like, I like Cam Newton, but I just don't want to watch him on ESPN, man. It's just something about ESPN I don't get down with. Only time I watch ESPN, if there's a game coming on ESPN, Monday Night Football, good stuff like that, it's a must watch. But other than that, all their little shows, they just don't do nothing for me. NFL Network has always done it for me, man. And they've been kind of slipping for real lately. NFL Network was already different, man. When it first came out, it was, you know, it was combined with NFL Films, and they decided to do their own network. And it was a whole history lesson when you went on NFL Network, you know? You got a whole bunch of everything, man. You can go on there late night after the bar, man, and you be watching the old Super Bowls, and they be breaking it down and all that good stuff like that. Dudes you never heard of because you're too young. You know, they be showing, getting busy. They don't do too much of that no more. Like, you know what I mean? Every now and then they do it, but not like they used to be a ritual on that channel. And we know ESPN don't work like that. So when they get in there, they just gonna make it worse. They gonna try to bring all the little swag, all the little Disney goofy stuff to NFL Network. And, you know, I just think, I'm just not happy about it. But that's the news. It is what it is. Just know that as you keep watching the NFL Network, if you like it like I do, that it might change a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It might change a little bit. All right, so, hey, let's move on, man. Another thing around the league, man. Our boy Shedeur Sanders reportedly added to the NFL Pro Bowl roster. Well, it's not reported no more. When I first wrote my notes, that's what it was, but it's official, man. I couldn't even believe it when I first heard it. I thought it was some bullshit. I thought it was just somebody spreading some rumors online. Y'all know how much that is. But Shedeur Sanders is actually making the Pro Bowl, and it makes a whole lot of sense to me. Now, a lot of people hate it. Of course, it should have been Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence has not came out, or there's been no report to say that Trevor Lawrence says, nah, I don't want to go. But I could see people not wanting to go, right? Trevor Lawrence. I mean, they could even sign Aaron Rodgers over Shedeur Sanders when you just look at stats, man. Now, we all like Shedeur. We all hope that Shedeur does a great job. But, well, we all don't like Shedeur. We know that. But you know what I mean. Well, here on the Underground, I'm messing with Shedeur, man. I think he got a lot of potential, you know what I mean? He ain't no great quarterback or nothing like that. I'm not claiming that, but I got his back, you know what I'm saying? And we all know why we're doing this, man. This is to sell tickets and to get viewers, you know? This is to get people to watch. Now, what I don't like about the Pro Bowl, I wasn't even interested at all, man. If I wouldn't have heard this story, man, I wouldn't even paid attention at all to when it was coming on or nothing. So it made me say, yo, when is this coming on? And the Pro Bowl is coming on Tuesday night at 6:30, bro. At 6:30 on a Tuesday night. Now, to me, make it make sense, y'all. To me, this don't make no sense to me, man. I just got time talking earlier in the show how I didn't like the college football playoffs on a Monday night because it's late. And the flag football game don't start till 8 o'clock, bruh. Now, we know the reason they put Shador in the Pro Bowl is because he's popular, bro. And they want him to get viewers and sell. But why are we putting it on at 8 o'clock, bro? It should be on a Sunday. It should have been this past Sunday or Saturday in the daytime where the young folks can watch, man. Because that's who's stunting for Shador. Unc in the chat says Harbaugh as a coach has the power staff. He has total control. He's the controller of the old school electric football game. Sanders is a money move for the league. Yeah, he is, man. He is. So this is a smart move by the NFL to get viewers. We all know it's a little janky, but we don't know if people say, I don't want to go. I can see Aaron Rodgers not wanting to play flag football. And I can see Trevor Lawrence maybe not wanting to go play no flag football after a disappointing loss in the playoffs. To go play some flag football when the man got a lot of these quarterbacks got a lot of money. They don't need the extra little chump change that they're getting them for the Pro Bowl. But Shador, he's going to make money off the Pro Bowl, bro. He's going to make money. These other dudes is probably losing money, bringing their family, taking everybody to dinner, celebrating and all that. Dude's been talking about that for years. Like, man, I don't know if I don't want to go this year. So I can see Aaron Rodgers turning it down. Definitely had the numbers to make it over Shador by far. And Trevor Lawrence, the only other guy. I mean, shit, Trevor Lawrence is up for MVP. He definitely should have been there. The Pro Bowl was a joke. Unc says it happened when they start playing flag. Yeah, but you got to admit, flag is on the come up, man. Flag football is on the come up, and the NFL has been involved with flag football with the kids and all that stuff like that. It's a joke for us because we old school. We old school. But it ain't a joke for them, man. These young boys, man, they love their 7-on-7 football. They love their flag football. And the flag football is in the Olympics now, man. And NFL players are allowed to play in the Olympics, so they're promoting a sport that they're transferring into. That they're supporting the kids, man. There's leagues that, you know, is supported and funded by the NFL. Out here for kids that have something to do. So they're buying into this flag football stuff. So I get it from an old school perspective. It's a joke, man. We want to see the last couple hits. You know what I mean? Remember, the Pro Bowl used to be after the Super Bowl. And that was our last game we could watch, man. That was it. And we watched it. We tuned in when they really played. And then they start playing around. And the dudes changed. And it wasn't fun no more. They was like, why are you even putting the pads on? Then all these kids started to play flag football and said, well, let's play flag football too. Maybe we'll get some more viewers. Maybe we'll just get a whole new crowd. So I think it's business, man. You said Shador was the money grab. The whole flag football thing is a money grab. And they had to make sure they got Shador in there, man. Shador, you know, he's going to be throwing up the watch. Come on now. Come on now. It's going to make people watch. People was crying when they was buying this dude's jersey. When they was getting them for Christmas. Y'all remember that? We had people crying and shit when they was getting Shador jerseys for Christmas. Kids flipping up and down like they got a PlayStation 5 over a Shador jersey. He sold the most jerseys all year, man. So, dude, he's up there with the big dogs with that. Unc says, yes, it's another way to funnel viewership. It is. It's about business, man. The only way these dudes can pay these dudes millions of dollars, if your nephew or something like that make it to the NFL, your son make it to the NFL, he's getting his millions off of this stuff. So remember that. All the things that's old heads might think is BS, man. Usually it's a money thing, man. They got to do what they got to do. It's the reason they start, you know, taking these dudes out for concussions and stuff. Remember, we used to just get up, shake it off, man. Dudes smack you in the head still. Shake that shit off. Like, nah, they ain't with that no more because that's their money. They don't want more moms is watching football than ever. They don't want moms seeing, you know, dudes that can't walk no more after they 50 years old and all that for concussions and stuff like that. Moms got to see it's a safe game because that's bringing money to the game. The more kids that play football brings money to the game. Unc says football is the only major sport that does not have a minor league. You know what? That's about to change, Unc. That's about to change. You know what I'm saying? Because that's my next story here. Let's talk about Shador. I mean, not Shador, but his dad, man. Let's take a quick college instant replay real quick. And let's talk about Shador's pops finding players at Colorado. Okay? So this is Deion Sanders' thing at Colorado. Head coach Deion Sanders introduced team fines for off-the-field conduct detrimental to the team. If you're late for practice, it's a $500 fine. If you no show to practice, it's a $2,500 fine. Late to a meeting, $400. No show to a meeting, $2,000. Late to strength conditioning, $1,000. No show to conditioning, $2,000. Late to treatment, $1,000. Late or no show to treatment, $1,500. And a violation of team rules, $1,000 or $2,000. Public or social media misconduct, $2,000 to $5,000. And that's by Coach Prime. He says he needs to find his players to keep them in check. Because when you put money in these young boys' hands, that's what you're going to do. But on what you were saying, there's no semi-pro, they might as well call for college football semi-pro, man. Take the college out of it, man. It's semi-pro football. You got dudes like Carson Beck. That's the coach. Not the coach, but the quarterback from Miami Hurricanes. The girl asked him. Remember, the girl asked him, "Hey, how is it being a college student and a college athlete? And how do you manage your class? And what's your favorite classes?" And he's like, "I don't go to class. I haven't been to class in 2 years." 2 years? You ain't been to class, and you getting paid, bro? That's semi-pro football. Now, it always was a fake semi-pro. They always was like a factory, a sports factory, a football factory for the NFL, for the freebie. Now these dudes are getting not really paid. They're just allowed to make their own money. And Prime is talking about finding them. It's sounding more and more like pro football. So just call it pro football. A lot of dudes I talked to and showed them this week, it's like, it's needed. I'm like, man, but you might as well call it semi-pro football. And they agree with me, like, yeah, you got to do that. Unc says, yeah, for Coach Prime. Hey, see, a lot of people agree with these fines, man. I didn't like it because I just don't like the direction it's going in. I don't want it to be semi-pro football. I want it to be good old college football, man. That's what made it different. These dudes moving around all these different teams, it's a little ugly, man. Web Slinger in the chat says, I think Trevor denied because he knows they got a great chance next year, so he going to rest. Yeah, chill out, bro. Why I'm going to the Pro Bowl, man? Get that big fat contract at quarterback. I can see all the quarterbacks, especially that they got their money. They ain't going to run around and throw no balls, man. I mean, that's what they do all the time, man. That's for the young boys that ain't never been there before. I'll pass. Let the young boys go. So everybody's kind of mad about Shador making that, though. But yeah, another thing that I was talking about, college football, man. Darian Mensah, Duke's quarterback, Darian Mensah, at least prior Duke quarterback, Darian Mensah, now is attending Miami. I told y'all a couple weeks ago he was getting sued by Duke for the breach of contract. He wanted to transfer. He went to the transfer portal, even though he was getting big money from Duke. Now, Duke won the ACC. They wanted to keep. They're like, man, we want to keep going. But he's like, nah, look, I'm thinking about my career. So like I'm saying, semi-pro football, he's like, if I go to Miami like Carson Beck, I got a chance to look good. I got a chance to be a high-round draft pick. I'm sorry, Duke. I'm out, man. And Miami's willing to pay me. But Duke took my man to court, bro. So, yeah, he was getting sued, but they finally settled. Let's listen up here. Duke and quarterback Darian Mensah agreed to settle outside of court. It was announced Tuesday, bringing finality to the process that began when he entered the transfer portal after the ACC championship game. Miami is an expected landing spot for Mensah. The two sides of the schedule to be back in court on January 29th for a preliminary injunction hearing, but they decided to go without it. Through close collaboration and principled negotiation, we have successfully navigated an unprecedented path, one that has now reached a fair and agreeable resolution. So Young Money Sports, who's his agent, said in a statement, Darian extends his sincere gratitude to Duke University for engaging in good faith discussions and reaching a resolution. So yeah, man, they was pretty mad about it, man. They was like, look, man, we don't want people doing this to us, man. That's why we suing dude. But eventually, I don't know. I guess they kind of lost that battle because they wanted him back. But he got out of there. But I guarantee he had to give some of that bread back. I guess that's what it was. Probably a lot more they wanted to give back. But maybe it's worth it to him. Who knows? But they're saying they were paying him $8 million over 2 years. That's a lot of money to a college dude, man. That's semi-pro. That's way more than semi-pro, fella. That's way more. Got a call here on the Underground. Let's see what's going on, man. Let's see what's going on.
Press 2.
Ow, it's the Underground. The mic is hot for you, sir.
Yeah, hey, Rich.
What's going on?
Check this out, man.
Yes, sir.
Nothing's in a vacuum.
Okay.
So, one part of the NFL affects the other part of the NFL. So in the chat, man, I sent you a question. I said, do you know the history of the taxi squad? And if you don't know the history of the taxi squad was one of the Paul Brown things, man. You know, he had valuable players.
Okay.
And they couldn't fit on the roster. That means they were open for everybody else to grab, as usual. So what he did is he hired them because he had a taxi company. He hired them, and they drove their taxis around. And when it was time for practice, they came to practice, parked their taxis there. They got on the field. They played a little bit, whatever, and then they got back in. So everybody started copying that. Well, the taxi squad has developed or evolved into now what we call the Chiefs. I can't even say it.
What?
Help me out. The practice squad. That's what.
The practice squad. I get it. Okay. I was thinking semi-pro still, but yeah, same thing, kind of. Okay.
Yeah, it's the practice squad now.
Mm-hmm.
So once again, the NFL constantly, and everybody started copying it. And everybody. So when I was a kid, they called them the taxi squad.
Never heard of that. Nope.
Yeah. So now they're the practice squad because the NFL incorporated that. And so now that you can keep them and protect them, unless somebody's giving them an actual contract, of course, then of course, it's different. But yeah, it started off as a taxi squad, and Paul Brown did that. He's also the only dude, that, when they moved Cleveland to Baltimore, that's the only team that was not allowed to take their colors.
Yeah. You're right.
When he moved from Cleveland to Cincinnati, he took the colors.
Yeah, he did.
And that's why Cleveland and Cincinnati look so much alike.
Yeah.
But and then until the Bengals start putting tiger stripes on it and all that other stuff.
Right.
But yeah, so when I sent you the thing about the NFL does not have a
semi-pro.
They don't have a
semi-pro.
A semi-pro or minor league team.
Right.
They don't spend any money in college.
They don't.
They know that, and so they never ever invested in a minor league team or semi-pro team. The closest thing came when they went NFL Europe.
Right.
And they was just trying to expand the league. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
So, but anyway, that's it, man. I'm
out. Tell me this though. Even colleges still ain't invested in these players. The players are making money on the outside. You know what I mean? They're getting deals, Gatorade, whoever they got to deal with. I mean, they're paying something. I mean, they still like paying them directly, but it's like they're not paying everybody. Like it was semi-pro. Everybody on the team ain't getting a check. You know what I'm saying? They're paying the high-profile players, but they're not paying everybody. And I think that's where they kind of messed up, man. To where if they would go ahead.
Yeah. No, you have your big donors, and they've always been there.
Right, they've always been there. It's just legal now, right?
Yeah,
just legal now.
Yeah, and so now, and they're also allowed to be paid for their likeness, image, and all that other stuff.
Well, yeah, but that's what they're. I mean, like you said, the donors, the colleges ain't really coming out of their pocket. The donors giving them the money, and then they used to buy your mama a house with that money, right? Now they just give it to you directly. And so they're still not really spending no money out of the college's pockets. But if they would have did that, they could have kept it college, man. If they would have just paid you a stipend every month, say they gave every kid on the team, if you got a scholarship, you got $3,000 every month at the beginning of every month. You know what I mean? That would have still kept it college. You wouldn't have these superstars leaving, running around, doing all this crap, trying to make it to the NFL, making it semi-pro with a feel. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, the fact that now that coaches will start penalizing monetary stuff to these players, it's going to slow down that portal.
Right. Yeah. They're going to come up with stronger rules, slowly but surely. You're correct.
Yeah.
I agree with that. That's why you like what Dion's doing, just to slow things down a little bit, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, because when you go to the next level, guess what? You're not playing consequence free.
Yeah. Right.
You act out. I mean, even sitting down in front of a camera and speaking. If you don't show, you get it.
You're right. Okay. You're right. You got to say something. Even like you said, you got to interview after the game. That's why Marshawn Lynch, speaking of the Super Bowl, the Seahawks is back. Marshawn Lynch was like, hey, I'm just here not to get fined, right? You got to speak even in the mic. All right, Uncle. I appreciate the call, man. I ain't going to hold you up. I just want to know how you felt about the college football and stuff like that.
All right.
So, all right.
All right, later.
Yes, sir. Wow, great call about Unc right there, man. He's always on point. Definitely, these dudes definitely need to be checked, man. At first, I didn't know if I agreed with it just because I wanted to stay the old college football way, but I just got to admit that it's going away. It is what it is, man. It's going away. Let's go to halftime real quick, y'all, man. We're going to be right back, you know what I'm saying? Give me a little more water, take a water break, you know what I'm saying, real quick. Get some Gatorade, whatever you got to do, but don't go nowhere, man. That's definitely what you don't got to do, man. You don't got to go to nowhere. It's the Underground Sports Show, man. We'll be right back after this, all right? That's the halftime show. Ow. Yeah. Be right back, man. Don't go nowhere. It's the Underground Sports Show. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. You know what to do, man. Let's go. It's halftime. It's halftime. I'll be right back. It's halftime. It's halftime. It ain't over yet. It's halftime. It's halftime. I'll be right back. It's halftime. It ain't over till it's over. Pull back, run you over. It's the halftime show. We need a turnover. Pick six. It's your boy Filthy Rich. Turn me up in this bitch. Hit the like button. That's the right button. Call in to the show if you know something, but you probably know nothing. Not my fault that you're playing for the wrong team, wrong scheme. Strike you out like Paul schemes. It was all a dream. You never gon' win a thing. Nah. Yeah, you know what it is. It's halftime. It's halftime. I'll be right back. It's halftime. It's halftime. I'll be right back. It's halftime. It's halftime. I'll be right back. It's halftime. It's halftime. It ain't over yet. Yeah, you know what it is, man. It's your boy Filthy Rich, the host of the Underground Sports Show, man. Call into the show. We live all the time. 412-407-2744. Hit me in the chat. You know what it is, man. Definitely hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Do all that good stuff, man. Share it on your social media. Turn me up, man. You know what I'm saying? Ow, yeah. Come on. It's the Underground, yeah. It's the halftime show, y'all, man. Appreciate y'all sticking with me. It's going down on the Underground, man. Sunday night, you know what I'm saying? Hit y'all with the weekly review, you know what I'm saying? I'm just talking sports, talking shit like I always do, man. You do the same thing here on the Underground. Big Steelers news coming up, man. Nick Herbig, man, thinking about getting out of town, maybe? Is it true, man? Nick Herbig got a little beef with the Steelers, man, right now. Don't like the way he's being treated. And I want to know how y'all feel about it, man. I don't know. I got mixed emotions about it, man. We got some really good players on our defense, man. And we starting to run out of room, man. Dudes are starting to complain about playing time and good stuff like that. And they probably should be, right? Here's the story, man. Steelers could be in trouble with Nick Herbig drama. The Pittsburgh Steelers may find it tough to grant Nick Herbig's wishes as he enters the final year of his rookie contract. Pittsburgh Steelers could soon be in a dangerous spot when it comes to one of their top pass rushers. Steelers defensive tackle Brendan Fehoko, former Steelers defensive tackle, who announced his retirement in November. Nick Herbig told him that he isn't paying any attention to the trade rumors surrounding his name, but that he does want to be treated as a full-time starter regardless of if it comes in Pittsburgh or not. Man, strong words coming from Nick Herbig right there. He don't care if it's in Pittsburgh or not. I need to start. So I don't know how much leverage Nick Herbig has. He doesn't have much. The Steelers love to play games with your contract, brother. Hey, the last year your contract's coming up. You're a little frustrated about your playing time. I get it. In the chat, Shira, I can't pronounce, what is that? Shira New Ayuk? Anyway, I'm going to call you 9369. Says hi. Appreciate it, man. What's up with you? Anyway, Nick Herbig, either wants out of town or I want to be a starter. One of the two. Now, Nick Herbig is a very, very valuable player on the Pittsburgh defense. I think he realistically should be the MVP on defense, right? I really do think so. Nick Herbig didn't put up the greatest numbers in the world, but on our defense, nobody really did, man. But they were successful this year. They held it down, man. They really did. We don't go to the playoffs with the way, if the defense doesn't turn things around and play better, right? If the defense doesn't turn things around and play better, we're not even in the shape that we could have possibly be in. Because we all seen at the end of the season our offense just really wasn't good at all. Really wasn't good at all. Whenever we played a good defense, it was over. So yes, this defense dragged them there. Nick Herbig was giving the most effort every game, man. That's just what I seen out of Nick Herbig. And that's why I want to make him the MVP. In the pass game, pass defense, run defense, sacking the quarterback, stripping the quarterback, turnovers. Nick Herbig was the man, bro. He was the man, and he was healthy all year. So, to me, he's got leverage in that way, but the Steelers know how to work the system, man. He's in his last year of his contract. If they don't scoop you up right away, they're not going to want to give you a lot of money anyway, Nick Herbig. So they're going to hold you as a backup. You got to play your heart out because you want a contract from another team. They're not going to trade you, bro. They're not going to trade you. So the best you're going to be able to do is play your heart out. And hopefully the Steelers, somebody retire, maybe TJ Watt retire, because nobody's going to trade for TJ Watt either. Or maybe Alex Highsmith's contract is up the next year too, and they sign you back instead. But it looks like right now, bro, it's going to be a 3-man rotation. And for real, Nick Herbig, you're probably the best guy to be a reservist. TJ Watt can't be in reserve. You're making too much money. And Alex Highsmith just be everywhere, man. He shuts down the run and he shuts down the pass. So, when it comes to pass rush. So, you the third guy out, man. You do deserve to be a starter. It might not just be on this team or it might not just be right now, but I don't think you had a leverage. You got to go out there and play because the Steelers going to play you, bro. That's just how they get down. Bro, can you start the game? What you mean? What is going on in the chat? I don't know what's up with that. Anyway, that's wild for me right there. Anyway, let's talk about Nick Herbig. Yeah, Nick Herbig, you ain't get the leverage, bro. But all right, more on the Steelers, man. Let's talk about the coaching, man. We done talked about some other coaches, Mike and Mike in the Super Bowl. Arizona got their coach. Raiders got their coach. So all the coaching spots is locked up. Let's see here. So the Giants went and got Harbaugh. Cleveland ends up with Todd Monken. And a lot of people didn't like the Todd Monken thing, man. They was pissed off about that. They was really pissed off about Todd Monken. But I think he's a good coach for Shador. I mean, he got Lamar Jackson right, man. What are we complaining about? I've seen a lot of people complaining, man, all over ESPN and stuff like that. I'm like, hold on, like, I think Todd Monken ain't a bad coach. You know, the players on the field got to do what they got to do, but Lamar Jackson with an MVP under him, and he leveled up his game. Now, people can say, well, of course, you know, Lamar Jackson won an MVP on his own, right? Well, no, they went and got Todd Monken because the other guy wasn't helping Lamar Jackson develop in the pass game, bruh. Todd Monken came in, and all of a sudden, Lamar Jackson was throwing games with 5 touchdowns and crap like that. Lamar Jackson's health was the only thing that brought Lamar Jackson back to earth. But Lamar Jackson was here, bruh. He was here. And Todd Monken was in charge of that. So for him going to Cleveland, I think that's a good move. If you've seen the reaction from Shedeur Sanders was very happy. They also have a relationship. It was a rumor for a while that Todd Monken was the guy that wanted Shedeur in Baltimore as Lamar Jackson's backup, right? So they had conversation and meetings and stuff like that. You know how these people meet up and stuff like that. And, you know, after, you know, Shedeur found out that Monken's coming to him in Cleveland, he goes to his office. First day, hey, good to see you. You know, hey, we talked a long time ago, man. In Baltimore. Hey, they got a relationship already. And this is what everybody wants, right? Everybody wants Shedeur at the helm, right? This guy wants Shedeur at the helm. So what are we talking about? How is this not a good hire? Because he's not a big name? You too worried about big names and all that. That ain't got nothing to do with it. Okay? Atlanta got Stefanski. Man, how the hell did Stefanski get to Atlanta, bro? From Cleveland, the situation he had going on in Cleveland with Shedeur, no matter if it's true or not, or which side you're on, we all know that that story was out there that he treated Shedeur kind of funny, right? But now he goes to Atlanta, the mecca of the Sanders fans. That's the mecca. That's where Dion made his career, in Atlanta, bruh. So they probably got the most Shedeur Sanders fans out of anybody. And you bring Stefanski to be their head coach? Come on, dog. How do you do that? How do you do that? So let's look at a video here. Speaking of Stefanski, let's look at a video here. Hold up. Nope, this ain't it. Get the video? Oh, yeah, here. Okay. Okay, yeah. Whitlock. Jason Whitlock and your boy Cam Newton got a little beef. I'm going to just let Whitlock spill his little beans or whatever like that, and we're going to react to it. And y'all tell me how y'all feel out there, man. Let's go, man. This dude Whitlock, man, he's a tough guy to defend, man. It's okay to talk about touchy subjects, but this dude's just a little weird for a brother. So let's go, man. A lot of people know this dude, so y'all kind of know what it is when it comes to this dude. But let's go.
Has issued a response to a conversation we had.
Like I said, he got some beef with Cam Newton, so that's what he's going to be talking about here, his reaction to what Cam Newton said or what he did to Cam Newton. Let's just let him get through his thing.
Issued a response to a conversation we had here on the show that we turned into an Instagram clip that, you know, like questioned or put into focus, like Cam wants to be treated like Matt Ryan, one-time MVP, one-time Super Bowl participant that's been turned into the president of the Atlanta Falcons. And I pointed out on the show and in this video, like, Cam's never going to get treated this way because Cam likes to present himself like a buffoon.
Man, hey, bro, that's pretty disrespectful right there, man. I think it's very disrespectful and very empty-minded. And I'll break down why I think it's like that later, so I'm going to let him get, but that's very empty-minded. It's very disrespectful to Cam Newton, all right? This dude likes to be disrespectful and act like he ain't being disrespectful and then worry about people's attacking him. I'm an old guy. I'm 58. If you want to fight me, yo, words can get you beat up, man. Say sticks and stones break bones, but words will never hurt me. That's the biggest lie they told.
And it's costing him opportunities. He's never going to be put in a high impact position because of the way he presents himself and talks on podcasts and on first take or whatever. And so let's play the IG clip that triggered Cam. Let's play that first just to give you the context. Cam Newton is paid to be a clown and racialize the conversation at ESPN.
I do not think Kevin Stefanski wants Shedeur Sanders to succeed. For this to be the first move that Matt Ryan made. Kevin Stefanski?
No facts, just emotion, just a discussion of everything through a racial lens. It's a clown show at ESPN. And Cam, I know Cam thinks I don't like him, and Cam can't wait to see me. He can't wait to beat up a 58-year-old man. Cam, good luck with it. Cam, I'm trying to actually give you good advice. If you want to know why Matt Ryan can make one Super Bowl appearance, get one MVP, and then have the Atlanta Falcons say, hey, you should be the president of our organization, and why you can't get that opportunity with the Carolina Panthers or anybody, no one's putting you in a position of responsibility and decision-making, it's because you have decided you would rather play the buffoon than actually be a decision-maker and a true impact maker. But you...
Yo, that's crazy. So, hold on. Let me let him keep speaking.
Want to blame white racism rather than yourself.
EVE Online is a vast universe.
My bad. All right, so I got some more to show you in this clip, for real, because these are nuts, man. Pittsburgh Big Dog, we don't respond to that skunk, and you, Jason, are paid to be a buck dancing skunk. Yeah, dog. Yeah, Pittsburgh Big Dog, for sure. Look at this dude, bro. Like, basically, you telling Cam Newton, oh, go dress like this dude, put a suit and tie on, look presentable, and that makes a difference with what's up here? Come on, bro, we passed that. We passed that. You ain't got a buck for nobody like you said, Pittsburgh Big Dog. Nah. And you gonna try to tell me Cam Newton don't know Atlanta more than Matt Ryan do to be the president of the Atlanta Falcons? He ain't gonna connect with the community better than Matt Ryan? He ain't gonna know that they don't want Stefanski to be their fucking coach? Because he's dressed like a buffoon? Use a buffoon without the clothes, motherfucker. The fuck that down, dog. This is the dumbest shit I heard of, man. I hate that shit, man. I hate that shit because a motherfucker come on with a tie, put their clothes on. That's how they 22 pump fake you. You know what I'm saying? That's how they hit you with the pump fake. Motherfucker get dressed up at the interview. You think he's a good guy. As soon as he get on the job, he's a bum. But you let his outfit, but a dude could come up on there, he ain't got a whole bunch of money. I had to wear this in here, you know what I mean? I barely got a collar on my shirt and all that, but be the best worker in the world. So you judge somebody by their cover, you're going to get fooled. So you're proving that you're the fool by your words and making a whole video and thinking you smart, making yourself look dumber. That's how fucking stupid you look. And you claiming you 58, you supposed to get wiser, motherfucker. I don't know where you got that gray hair at. You must have painted that on because you ain't wise at all. Let's let him keep going.
All right, so that was my critique of Cam. I'm sitting here thinking, guys, I may want to give them even more context. Don't we still have the video from a couple days ago of Cam's IG?
Now, this is the part, I want y'all to see in case you ain't seen it. Let's go.
He post on Matt Ryan. We played it on the show. Yeah, let's grab that. I want to give them even more context of what triggered me in terms of give you the full context of Cam, in my view, acting like a clown rather than presenting himself in a thoughtful way, which he is capable of, But he always, and again, I'm not anti-entertainment. Cam, anybody go look at his Instagram feed or whatever if you did a deep dive.
Okay, he's talking about Cam and all that. And, I just want to stop it real quick and say, look, I watched 4 for 1, bro. I think Cam Newton got one of the best shows on YouTube, bro. Because it's totally different, bro. He does it his way. You know what I mean? That's number one. Number two, it's in a whole different fashion than everybody else. Who do you know standing up, bruh, on YouTube? I'm in my chair every time. He's standing up for a 2-hour show, standing up behind his desk, reading, reacting like everybody else do. On the fly. Now, I'm sure he do his little homework, do his notes, but there's still a lot of fly work that go on, a lot of freestyle that go on. And Cam Newton's good at what he does, and he's very thoughtful, and he's about to prove himself wrong in his own video, trying to prove Cam Newton wrong.
Sometimes Cam does some really
fast forward this. I'm tired of hearing him. Let's just get to the video he's talking about. Go ahead and talk about a bunch of more garbage right here.
This
get to it,
man. Look, have the certainty that play it there. Let's play the clip of Cam on Kevin Stefanski that triggered me. Play that.
For this to be the first move that Matt Ryan made. Come on, man. What they said at Home Alone, what the mama say? Kevin! I said, wait, what?
Kevin! And see, he's serious, because he's serious as hell. Just like I was serious about Stefanski. Why the hell are you going to Atlanta? He's serious as hell. The man's from Atlanta, bruh. He's from the joint. He don't nobody want to hear, but he's still making it funny. So come on, bro.
Kevin
Stefanski?
What? We seen what you did with the good brother Shador, a member of the culture. And you landed in the most culturist of culture. It ain't no blacker division than the NFC South. You got Atlanta, Carolina, and New Orleans. That's the blackest division in all of football. They said,
hold on. We can't scatter y'all out. We gotta put y'all all in one.
The NFC South is the HBCU of NFL football.
Oh, for real?
Swag me up in the middle go right there. Dallas, that ain't black. Because even though Dallas got some black people, the Dallas Cowboys is a corporate team. Oh, whoa. We ain't doing all that. Yellow Beezy and Charleston White and them, hey, put them in the upper deck. But down here in the corporate suite, y'all just stand up over there by that little area where we got designated for y'all. You go to Miami? That's the purple Packer skill.
That's perfect.
Maybe even the blue.
Maybe the blue.
They ain't red, huh? You got Buffalo. There ain't no black people in Buffalo.
Nah.
New England. I seen them for myself. Ain't no black people, huh? You got New York. That could go either way.
Hey, that's the melting pot.
So that whole AFC East, that ain't it. NFC West. Let's run it down. San Francisco. That's probably the melting pot of all different cultures and creeds. Seattle.
Oh, no, we ain't in the...
Well, the NFC East can give the NFC South a run for their money.
Who we got?
Philadelphia Eagles.
Philly with Gilly.
Washington Commanders.
Chocolate City.
New York Giants. And the Dallas Cowboys.
Even when you said Carolina Panthers, that might be a little questionable at times.
Shoot.
You might be thinking about old Carolina.
I only know one type of Carolina. But when I seen them stand, it was a bunch of them out there.
All right, but I'm just saying, man, this is what Cam Newton does, bruh. He keeps it real and keeps it funny at the same time, bruh. Atlanta is easily the blackest team in the NFL, bro. And Matt Ryan puts his suit on and he freaking hires Kevin Stefanski. Now, I ain't saying Stefanski can't coach. I'm just talking about connecting with if you're the president, you're supposed to connect with the community, bro. The people that's gonna be buying tickets and hot dogs in the stands, bro. And Atlanta got a lot of other stuff to do, man. They can fall back and boycott real quick too. They'll do that to you. Don't think they won't. So like, who knows if this is a smart move? Now you brought and then it ain't even gotta be black and white, right? It ain't even gotta be that. Stefanski won what? 8 games, bruh, in the past 2 years? With the defensive player of the year on your team? Pittsburgh Big Dog? Your guy? You got the best defensive player in the league on your team, and you could only win 8 games in 2 years? and you was coach of the year, right? Not no more, bro. Not no more. So what was Matt Ryan thinking? Cam Newton, obviously, if he was the president, he wouldn't have did that stupid shit. And Jason Whitlock, where are you getting your homework at that this is a good move, bro? Where are you getting that at? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. But let's see what else this dummy got to say, man, unfortunately. Come on, man. What do you mean with the commercials?
That's the sound of an American oil company hard at work. Want to be a part of it? Listen up.
Hello, my name is...
Former NFL MVP, former number 1 overall draft pick, had one of the greatest college football seasons in the history of college football, made $100, $200, $300 million during his NFL career. That's Cam Newton putting himself in a lane that limits him.
Like, no, it don't. You stupid. Shut up, man. I'm done with this dude. Ain't limiting shit. Black culture is the number 1 culture. Not in no state, not in the country, but in the world, bruh. It's the number 1 culture in the world. Who you talking about? You got people trying to be black culture everywhere, bruh. They singing R&B in Japan and shit. They got boy bands and all that shit. Man, fuck out of here, bruh. Fuck out of here. I ain't trying to hear that shit. All right, Whitlock. I'm done with you, man. Let's move on. Here on the Underground, man. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel, man. We just talking about coaches. Mike LaFleur took that job at Arizona. Tennessee grabbed up Robert Saleh. Las Vegas Raiders picked up Kubiak today. You know what I'm saying? That was big news. Miami Dolphins picked up Jeff Halfley. Baltimore Ravens, Jesse Minter, man. They going to be mad if they lost their coach. And this dude don't step up, man. Buffalo takes Joe Brady, just takes McDermott's job, swoops it up. Right up under him, bro. Like, it's his offensive coordinator. That's some shady shit right there. That's some shit you don't see in the league all the time, man. They never hire, like, the intern coach or nothing like that. And it's just, like, to promote the offensive coordinator after, like, dog. I guess, man, you trying to say he's the defensive coordinator or whatever, but nah, dog, that shit was lost on the field, man. Josh Allen's fumbling everywhere. I ain't trying to hear that. And my Pittsburgh Steelers pick up Mike McCarthy, man. Now everybody's hating this Mike McCarthy thing, man. It's wild, man. Like, yo, the Mike McCarthy, the homeboy, man, straight out of the Berg, straight from Greenfield, right up the road. The boy can literally walk to the stadium, but not that dude, not the Permane, Mike McCarthy. He ain't walking to the stadium. Mike McCarthy's a big dude, yo. And the Ravens fans been fucking with us already, man. They got him eating big-ass Permane sandwiches and shit. Yo, my man in the press conference, his neck was so tight in that shirt, bruh. So tight. Then he went to crying. I think that's why he's crying. He's choking up, bro. Like, and you couldn't, his tie was so tight, you couldn't even tell what was on his tie. I think it was a Steeler tie. It was black and yellow, but I couldn't see the designs, no nothing. That joint, he had that joint choked up, bro. Like, it's just a big dude, man. He's one of them Pittsburgh-looking, coach-looking dudes, man. That just, you look at him, you think he don't know nothing about football, but then he coaches his ass off, you know what I'm saying? To be winning championships and shit. But as I read this list of coaches, man, just think about it, man. Think about it. Let me ask y'all to think about it real quick, man. It ain't all that bad. Like I said, I mean, Harbaugh swooped up Giants. The Giants swooped up Harbaugh real quick. Stefanski got scooped up by Atlanta real quick. I don't even know why we put him in the upper echelon, but he was in the upper echelon of coaches out here. And for real, man, McCarthy might be the best coach out of all these dudes, man. If anything, he's tied with Harbaugh, right? Harbaugh got 1 chip. McCarthy got 1 chip, right? You know what I'm saying? McCarthy been coaching for 18 years. Harbaugh been coaching for 18 years. They both had their little failures here and there. They about a tie, bruh. You know, and one dude is a special teams coach. The other dude is McCarthy is a great offensive coordinator. Let's call him that, at least. Right? Came up through the ranks, coaching great quarterbacks everywhere he was at. Coach for other guys we think are good, with other guys that we think are good. So he's from a coaching tree that, you know, we all talk about is good to come from a coaching tree. Let's get it. We might get the best coach, bro. So I don't know if we want to complain too much, man. Y'all wanted the young buck, but now everybody's hired. Look at everybody, man. Nobody got the Shula kid, right? Nobody. So what was up with Shula? Was he just not, you know, is he really just honestly, we know he was born with a silver spoon in his mouth, right? At least a football silver spoon. His fucking dad's Don Shula. Of course he's a coach, right? You know, so, I mean, and then, you know, the Rams' defense wasn't that great, was it? That was the weakest defense in the championship. Little weak. I ain't saying they're trash, but they look like the Bears' defense, you know, they was mediocre. You know what I mean? They needed that offense to ball out, or you was going to beat the Rams, right? You knew how to beat the Rams. All you had to do is outscore them motherfuckers. And they got it done. Now, they do got a little upcoming defense. I ain't saying they trash, but I don't know if you want to give this dude Shula no job automatically because of what he did with the Rams. Like, what did he do? What did he do? Now, they won the Super Bowl last year, then that's different, or this year, that's different. But they didn't. They failed. So people went other places. They went with Kubiak, and they went with Mike LaFleur. You know what I'm saying? Who was Mike LaFleur coaching for? He was, who he with? Hey, I gotta look it up. I know, I didn't brain for it. Where he come from? Mike LaFleur is coming from he's the Rams office coordinator. That's right. Yeah, so they picked him off for the Rams. And I don't know about these type of dudes. I did know that already. I don't know about these type of dudes right here because it's like you didn't call the plays, bro. You didn't call the plays, but maybe you learned something behind the scenes. It is what it is, and I know they're involved in, you know. But I think an offensive coordinator where the head coach calls the plays, you're really the QB coach. Arizona needs a good QB coach, right? They need to get Kyler Murray up to speed. They really can't give up on him. He's not a good trade bait at all. Who's going to want Kyler Murray other than, you know, maybe C.J. Stroud swapping quarterbacks if somebody thinks that might work. I heard that over the week. But nah. You're stuck with Kyler Murray. Bring somebody in here that can make him better. So maybe this ain't a bad pick for Arizona. And Clint Kubiak for the Vegas Raiders. I went over that. That's a good pick too. But McCarthy might be the best coach out of everybody, dog. Like that I don't know, man, why everybody's complaining. Everybody's complaining, man. You know, you wanted Mike Tomlin out of town, you got Mike Tomlin 2.0. That's what you get, man. Let's listen to Crybaby Kevin Adams, man. Y'all know Crybaby Kevin Adams, man? Because all he do is cry, man. This is him right here after. Well, my joint gotta keep going off, man. But this is him right here.
I'm the problem.
After, you know, the Steelers, this is after we lost to the Browns, man. You know what I'm saying? You know how Pittsburgh was filling in. Crybaby ass Kevin, man. Here we go.
Game day recap. I thought maybe if I took a couple of weeks off, maybe it was me. Maybe I'm the problem. Maybe I criticized the team too much. They go on a little bit of a run there, win 3 games. You had me believing that I was the problem. I criticized them too much. I shit on them too much. I'm a bad fan. I'm not a bad fan. It's Mike Tomlin. It will always be Mike Tomlin. Until it's not Mike Tomlin, you can say that. Do you know why? Because the annual Tomlin special looks just like that. It always looks just fucking like that. And it will never change. That play calling today was embarrassing. Downright fucking embarrassing. They don't throw the ball downfield. Everything's behind the sticks. Dump offs. Brown's defense is too fucking good to run an offense like that. And they refused to change. Because they always refuse to change. That's who they are. And you guys want to defend Mike Tomlin. Oh, they won 3 straight. He dug them out of the depths of hell. He's going to get them to the playoffs. Ravens are coming to town now. And if they don't beat the Ravens at Heinz Field next weekend, then I don't want to hear any more defense of Mike Tomlin. Because 9-8 is 9-8. I don't give a fuck how you get there. It's always the same result, and it's never good enough.
Too bad we beat the Ravens and we was 10-7, bro. Too bad, dog. You just knew we was going to lose. You just knew Mike Tomlin was going to lose, right? So you cried your little way to Mike Tomlin out of town, and now you got Mike McCarthy, and you ain't happy about that shit.
This is such an unserious franchise. Art Rooney II is running this.
Now it's the franchise, right? Now it's the franchise.
This is such an unserious franchise. Art Rooney II.
But when Tomlin was here, it wasn't the franchise. They ain't had nothing to do with it. Them being cheap as hell. You know what I'm saying? Them only hiring coordinators from within. You should be happy about McCarthy. They let McCarthy bring everybody in. They ain't forcing nothing on McCarthy, bro. They ain't forcing nothing on this dude. You should be happy. But you's a crybaby, so, when you cry, can't think when you cry, because that's all you do is cry.
This is such an unserious franchise. Art Rooney II is running this team into the fucking ground, man. Mike McCarthy is basically white Mike Tomlin. I mean, that's what he is. It's a low ceiling. It's a high floor. It's 8 to 10 wins. You're never going to win a fucking Super Bowl with Mike McCarthy. He's going to be 63 in a few months. This guy's fucking old as shit. Give me Kurt Signetti if we're going that route. This is crazy, man. For that brief 10-day period of time, I'm like, yes, it's a new day for Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Tomlin is gone. They're going to try something new, bring in a young coach, young offensive coach preferably, and they go back to what is just safe. And that's the problem with Art Rooney II. He just wants what's safe. He refuses to take a fucking risk, take chances, and try and push this franchise ahead. And instead, they continue to recycle these old bums, and it's going to be the same shit, man. I hope I'm wrong. I hope all Steelers fans, because this is not being well received. I hope we're all wrong, but I don't think we will be.
No, you don't, because you make your bread off of crying about the Steelers, bro. The negativity makes cheese, bro. That's why when the news come on, it's all the negative shit first. You know what I'm saying? Negative Nancy right here, bro. He don't know what the fuck he want. Fire Tomlin, fire Cav. Come on, dog. You can't be saying both in a matter of weeks, dog. You know what I'm saying? They got the offensive guy you wanted. The boys from right up the street. You think you'd be happy if you was that much of a yizzer, right? Still City Luke says, I hate them yizzers. Bet they won't keep the same energy. Yeah, man. Telling you. They ain't. They'll let the boy walk away. They ain't gonna scream fire McCarthy. You know? They double down on their stupidity, too. They ain't gonna want to do that. So, yeah, man. That's crybaby Kevin Adams, man. If you don't know him, man, he's pretty entertaining because I like to laugh at his ass, man. Because you damn sure don't know what the hell he talking about. But it be the loudest motherfuckers, though, man. Don't know what the hell they talking about. It's always that. It's always that. But, yeah, man. Well, look, like I said, man, McCarthy, I like to hire. I wanted Sean McDermott. I don't know what happened to Sean McDermott, man. Maybe he just was turning down offers. I mean, you ain't heard his name once. I wanted Mike McDermott. I wanted to keep, Sean McDermott. I wanted to keep the defensive thing going on. But I think defensive coaches got more time to manage the game because they're not calling plays. But this is new. This is fresh. I'll take it. We really don't got the quarterback, so he's a quarterback whisperer. So, let's get Howard together, man. Let's find somebody in the draft on the low. If you're the quarterback whisperer, Mike McCarthy, this is what I'm expecting out of you, man. And this is why I'm happy about the Mike McCarthy thing. Now, what I'm not happy about is the rumors of the link up with Aaron Rodgers again. We need to let that go, man. Let that be in the wind. If he is our best option, though, man, I can low key understand it, though, man. I really can. Because the free agency pool just ain't that great, man. Free agent QB's available, man. Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, Daniel Jones, Malik Willis, Jimmy Garoppolo, Marcus Mariota. It's starting to get bad, right? Tyler Huntley, Tyrod Taylor, Kenny Pickett, Mitchell Trubisky, Trey Lance, and Case Keenum. Now, there's a couple of little gems in here, man, that I would at least like for the Steelers maybe to pick up. Definitely for some practice squad shit. We know Russell ain't coming back. And Kenny Pickett ain't coming back. I mean, Daniel Jones would be low-key interesting, man. I would take Daniel Jones over Aaron Rodgers. Everybody agree with that? Right now, man, I don't want to pay him what the Colts was paying him, but I'll take Daniel Jones over Aaron Rodgers because of the youth. And I think he did a good job with the Colts. He gave them a boost of energy that they needed and had them turned up for a little bit, man. I wish we could mix that with like a Mike Tomlin, though, man. Mike McCarthy, he going to be all right, though, man. I'm just scared of all the changes. It's the coordinators and stuff, too. It's just everything's up in the air right now, man. We ain't been this way in a while. Mike Tomlin kept us consistent, and you had faith in that consistency, man. And some people got mad at the consistency, but I just think they were overzealous, man. There's a lot of teams that don't make it nowhere, man. Don't make it nowhere, man. This brings me to something that I wanted to talk about right here that I thought was pretty funny or interesting to talk about. First, on the Steelers tip, this is just what we do, man. This type of shit is just what we do, man. We just stay around, man. Look at this. Every NFL team's worst regular season record in history. Okay? As you can see, the Steelers are 5-11. That was their worst record we ever had in their whole history. It's 5-11. Okay? And wonder why we can't find a franchise quarterback and it take us a while all the time, right? But look at the rest of these teams, bro. Look at the rest of the teams. Dude, we're the best. We rank number 1 in this category right here. And Mike Tomlin had a lot to do with that. Bill Cowher and Chuck Noll had a lot to do with that. Even though that's Chuck Noll's team right there in 1988, 5-11. You know what I'm saying? But that is the worst record the Pittsburgh Steelers have ever had. And look at this. Detroit 0-16. Cleveland 0-16. Baltimore and who else is 4-12? They're close to us. Close but no cigar. Denver Broncos 4-12 too. The two franchises that are storied though, man. They know how to hold it down. They're always around. Green Bay too, always around. But yeah, man, it's like you could be one of these other teams, bro. You could be the 0-16 Lions, bro. 1-15 Chargers. 1-15 Colts. 1-50. Nah, dog. Like we ain't never down there like that. So I thought that was interesting when I found that. But what I really want to talk about is worst franchise. What is the hardest franchise to be a fan of? All right, in the chat, Unc says, here's the difference. Tomlin had no control over the front office. Harbaugh has total control, roster, coaches, GM, budget, money, and more. Again, total control. That shows his worth. Yeah, hold on. Who shows who Harbaugh's worth? Yeah, the Steelers ain't giving that up to nobody though. I think Tomlin would have got that somewhere else if he was doing exactly what he was doing. But the Roonies ain't giving that up. Roonies is actually real football people. The Roonies is real football people, and that's why they run a lot of stuff in the NFL. Because they're one of the realest football people owners. Jerry Jones is one of them too. The Browns in Cincinnati. Or a real football family. Unc, you was talking about that history earlier. And yeah, there ain't too many of them. A lot of them are just businessmen getting into it. Like the Seahawks. We talked about the Seahawks earlier. They're selling, the team. Okay? But before we get back to the Steelers real quick, hardest franchises to be fans of, man. So what y'all think, man? Y'all sports people, big time. Let me blow this up so I can see it a little better. But yeah. Hardest franchise Raiders? I don't think so, man. The Raiders can't be the hardest team to be a fan of. It's the colors, man. Black, white, silver. Come on, dog. I mean, they're on the West Coast. They got all the Mexicans. Nah, dog. They're definitely not the Raiders. Now, they be losing recently, but they got their glory days. Nah, bro. And logo's tight. Raiders is hard, bro. Raiders is hard. I don't even see why they on this list. Angels, I can see why the Angels on this list. We barely give a damn about baseball, period. But the Angels, California, nah, man. On the Hornets, they got some dope jerseys, but they got to, nah, man. It's tough. Hornets might be up there a little bit, man. Nobody's really a fan of the Hornets unless you from, like, Charlotte, man. I don't even think the people in Carolina like the Hornets. You know what I'm saying? Outside of Charlotte people. You got to be from Charlotte. But the colors is cool, though. So that helps, man. Your color scheme and all that helps you, like, sell a couple jerseys. Oakland Athletics, no. I don't know. Back in the day, the A's was all right, man. I still like the A's. Browns, Dookie Browns, yeah, but they got a rich history that a lot of people don't know about. People need to talk about them 10 championships in a row and Jim Brown and all that. Nah, I understand why Cleveland fans are so faithful. It's their history that nobody talks about, bruh. Nobody. So they don't get the credit, all right? So Toronto Maple Leafs, hockey, it's tough, man. Maple Leafs used to be kind of the John, but way up in Canada, whatever. Washington Wizards, yeah, this might be the winner right here. Who likes the Wizards? Absolutely nobody, right? Who likes the Wizards? Come on now. All right, so in the chat, I got Browns mistake at a lake. And Uncle's on the team that I'm about to talk about, man. The Jets, man. Hey, the Jets is butt, man. We got to admit the Jets is butt. We talked about Sam Darnold early. It's the Jets, man. Every time they pick somebody first, last, it don't matter. They just don't work out, dog. They got so many busts. Even their coaches be bust. They got a DB coach that they ain't got one interception. How you got a DB coach and they ain't got one interception, dog? Come on, man. Come on. So, yeah, the Jets is just, it's just like the pitch, man. They deserve that green color. It's like a swamp or something like that. Colorado Rockies, nah, man, they had them sluggers back in the day. Everybody's messing with the Rockies when them boys out there hitting home runs in the mile-high air and all that good stuff. Nah, the Rockies is cool. New Orleans, Pelicans, man, they so new, man. They so new and they ain't really did nothing. But it's tough to be a fan of the Pelicans. Ain't nobody stressing the Pelicans. Buffalo Sabres, yeah, I guess so, right? They ain't got much. Well, no, PK Subban, and they win a championship not too long ago. Nah, I'm messing with the Sabres, man. Seattle Mariners, nah, that's King Griffey's squad, dog. Nah. So the winner shall be, gotta be the Browns and the Jets. Nah, the Wizards, man. I'm taking the Wizards, man. Like, who the fuck like the Wizards? Nobody, bruh. Ain't nobody checking for the Wizards. Even Jordan wasn't the man at the Wizards, man. Ain't nobody checking. It's the Wizards. Gotta be the Wizards. I'll take it there. But I thought that was funny, though, man. Still City Luke says, Jets in the NFL, Wizards in the NBA. Hell yeah, boy. The Wizards is on another level, though, bruh. Another level of, like, the Wizards. You forget they're even there. Somebody got to say something like, the Wizards. It could be Jordan against the Wizards. Man, I ain't watching that shit, man. It could be anybody, yo. Magic Johnson versus the Wizards. Cool. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar versus the Wizards. Yeah, ain't nobody checking for the Wizards. That's pretty bad. But all right, man. Back to my Steelers, man. We definitely picked up some new coordinators too. Speaking about coaching, Scott Tolzien is supposed to be our new offensive coordinator. And let me organize my notes real quick. But Scott Tolzien is supposed to be the new coordinator. And our new defensive coordinator, Patrick Graham from the Raiders, man. What y'all think about that, man? Patrick Graham, like to see a brother in there. That's what's cool about that. They say he did well for the Raiders. I guess, man. I mean, I don't know. I'm ringing a prayer. I like the part. It's definitely nepotism. McCarthy said he coached with him before. So he knows what he knows. And I think he's definitely going to keep the 3-4 round. That's what I'm happy about. We got the personnel. Don't be trying to switch stuff up. McCarthy, that's another reason McCarthy was a good hire for the Steelers, because he believes in the 3-4 defense. He said in an interview that Dom Capers, the Pittsburgh Steelers, and watching the Pittsburgh Steelers as his home team was the reason he switched to Dom Capers. He said, I got to bring that defense in here and get me some zone blitz in here, man. Clay Matthews and them boys, they was nice, man. They was nice. So, yeah, Patrick Graham should be keeping that going. Unc says, not since Pittsburgh area native Joe Namath, Jets QB, what are the Wizards? Yeah, no doubt, man. What are the Wizards? Nothing. Yeah, it got to be the Wizards, man. All right, but Scott Tolzien, I'm interested in this. Scott Tolzien is going to be the OC, and I told y'all earlier how I feel about OCs that don't call the plays. They're really just quarterback coaches, right? So Scott Tolzien coming in, who played for McCarthy, is an easy lock-in for his QB coach. offensive coordinator, because that's mostly what you're going to be doing. When I'm calling the plays, when they come off the field, I need to be the head coach again. So I need you to communicate with the quarterback and the receivers and be on the page like that. So that's going to be your job, Scott Tolzien. If the Steelers do bring him in, I think that's good. He knows the system perfectly. That's what he played in. He was the backup forever. Nobody has to study more than the backup. Nobody has to study more than the backup. So that's why a lot of all these backup quarterbacks become head coaches or coordinators and stuff like that, because that's what they do, man. They know how to study for the game, and they know how to play the game a little bit too. So yeah, let's do that, man. Let's make sure we get Scott Tolzien in the game. I would appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm liking the way this coaching staff is getting put together. Let's see if I can find the rest of the coaching staff here real quick. I know I logged it down. Where did I log it at? Okay, here we go. Pittsburgh Big Dick Dog says McCarthy calling them plays. Yeah, I like that attitude too. I like that attitude for sure. McCarthy calling the plays. I don't know what's up in the chat. Who is the heck is this in the chat? Talking a whole bunch of nonsense, man. I ain't getting it. Keep distracting me with that. But anyway, come on, dog. You're going to have to get out the chat with the goofy. So anyway, offensive line coach is James Capman, a longtime assistant under McCarthy in Green Bay. Running backs coach Raymond Chin Young, former Cowboys assistant. I guess I'll take that. Cowboys been all right with their running backs in the past couple years, actually. Adam Henry hired for the wide receivers, former Buffalo Bills. Now, he did a couple good jobs, but he really didn't do a great job with Keon Coleman. But McCarthy probably knows him, and that's what that is. Defensive coordinator Patrick Graham, we talked about that. Scott McCurley from Pitt, he stays on, retained staff. Tom Orff, the QB coach, stays on. Gerald Alexander, the DB coach. He's the one I think deserve to stay on the most, okay? Because our corners, our DBs was like one of the best parts of our defense this year, right? You got Joey Porter Jr. stepping up like an all-pro, should have made the Pro Bowl. And then you got the safeties playing well. You had Jalen Ramsey going back and forth. You was plugging safeties in like Kyle Duggar, had him working. And we might have got James Pierre paid. Hopefully the Steelers pay James Pierre. I don't know how much money we got left for that. But I like to see James Pierre back because he did a good job. So, yeah, the DBs is real good. And Gerald Alexander definitely deserved to be retained. And now we know who he is, man. I mean, I didn't know who he was before we found out that he was being retained. So, great job, Gerald Alexander, for sure, man. I'm very impressed with our DBs this year, man. I was praying for that, man, because we ain't had a lockdown corner since Ike. And before that, Hot Rod. That's a very key component to success, man. We need that. McCarthy's going to need that. He's going to need that defense to do their thing so he can do his thing on offense, and we can win Super Bowls here with McCarthy. I'm telling y'all, man. I like the hire, man. I think the Steelers needed a veteran head coach. And once again, I'm going to keep saying it. This might be the best coach out of all. Once you see all 10 dudes hired, you put them all together, this might be the best coach that was available. McCarthy calling the plays will put the weight on McCarthy's back. He will have to answer to the press fans. Yeah, you know, he can handle it. He will. He's been here, done that 18 years. He's been answering and losing games and calling plays this whole 18 years. And even before that as a coordinator, he's been doing this for a long time. And there's going to be some answers needed. Because this ain't a great roster, man. This ain't no Super Bowl roster. Uncle the chat says, are they getting rid of Ramsey? I'm afraid of that. I'm very afraid of that. I think we need to keep the leadership around. I think we need to keep the defense intact. There is room to get rid of a safety, though, because Elliott should be coming back. So we have three. We'll have Ramsey, Duggar, and Elliott, and those are all 3 starters, man. And you know, Ramsey's bringing in a lot of money, and if we can get that money off of her back, if it's worth it for the Steelers, they might choose to do that. So that's the only reason I think Ramsey would be going money-wise. But I really like the way Ramsey tackled this year. He was a short tackler at safety. And, you know, I think they call it safety because you need to be a safe tackler. That's where the word comes from in my mind. That's what I'm telling myself. That's what I've always told myself. I need you to make a safe tackle. Because I remember playing safety and getting coached at safety. And they said, you the last resort. You the last guy. You got to be a short tackler. You got to bring the guy to the ground. And Jalen Ramsey did that all year, man. Much better than Minkah Fitzpatrick did. Much better than he did. So, yeah, man, I think he was one of the best pickups in the league last year. He's a really good safety. It just reminds me of Rod Woodson, and we need to get the favor this time. Last time we wanted to let Rod Woodson go, and we lost him. He went and won a Super Bowl in Baltimore. We gave Baltimore a Super Bowl. They let Rod Woodson play safety. So we need to let Jalen Ramsey play safety. And, you know, we can have a 3-man rotation of safety because I think Elliott can play some linebacker on some of them 3rd downs and 4th downs where we need to do stuff like that. All right, so the chat says the right would have been to trade Watt last year instead of playing $41 million. Yeah, you're right, man. It's too late now. That would have been the right move. I hate to say it, my boy, but it's true, though. That part is true. If you was going to trade T.J. Watt, that was last year, bro. That was last year. But I don't know. I mean, they got less leverage now, but I don't know if they had much leverage last year with that. I'm really not sure about that. You know, I don't know if they had much leverage last year, especially with the money that another team knew they was going to have to pay them. I just don't know if the leverage was there, bruh. All right, another hot topic this weekend was Bill Belichick, man, not making the Hall of Fame, bro. That's really the elephant in the room. Should have talked about this a long time ago, but it's been a good show. Had a lot of talking. I appreciate y'all in the chat, all that, man. Call into the show. You got something to say. 412-407-2744. Make sure you hit the like button, all that. But Bill Belichick not making a Pro Bowl, man, is crazy. Some people just think it's automatic and he should have made it. Some people, and there ain't too many people that think he shouldn't have made it, man. Let's go to a couple videos here and let's see what y'all think and bounce it off here. Because most, I would say 90% of America thinks the Hall of Fame voters straight tripping, bro. This boy is a first ballot Hall of Famer, no doubt. But I know somebody that didn't think that, man. Rob Parker been on Tom Brady and them boys for a while. Pittsburgh Big Dog says Watt damaged goods with his injury concerns and lack of splash plays. Yeah, man, it's getting tough for TJ Watt, no doubt. I mean, he's still making a couple splash plays here and there, man. That defense was pretty solid. I still want to see him out there, but we don't really have a choice, though. We really don't have a choice. Would have been nice to get that money off her back, man. We could have done a lot more, for sure. It's hard to say that we can't do a lot with the type of bread, especially when TJ Watt ain't performing, man. Ain't performing. So hopefully we can get one more good, at least give me 10 sacks next year. Give me double digits, TJ. Come on, man. We need to go out like that, right? So let's see what Rob Parker got to say. My man Rob Parker got to say about Bill Belichick not making the Hall of Fame because everybody don't feel the same, bruh. Everybody don't, man. And I think I'm a hater, man. But let's find out what Rob Parker got to say. I don't think Rob Parker's a hater. I think he got a lot of facts, man. So let's see.
I need baby oil and maybe cigarettes. What did I tell you? I told you.
Rob Parker.
I told you.
Rob Parker.
And everybody poo-pooed me. Nesson. All those people up in Boston.
Nesson. He brought a specific station. Stations.
Christian Fourier pushed back on me. Oh, Chris Broussard pushed back on me.
Okay.
Everybody did, Rob G. They disrespected me 5 years ago.
What did you say 5 years? 5 years ago, I wasn't here. What did you say?
I said, and we got the tape. Here we go.
Okay.
Proof of performance.
Let me hear it.
I just built a budgeting app with Base 44.
Nina just built an app.
So we can all build apps now?
I'm on lunch.
I gotta make
I'll be right back.
Just built an inventory tracker.
Protein calculator.
Book sharing app.
Profesor de
Rewind. More will come out, and you will have more disdain for this franchise. Do not embrace this. Do not embrace Bill Belichick. Do not embrace Tom Brady. Push away the New England Patriots. They are not worthy of praise. They have smudged the game of football. They have tarnished what could have been a great legacy. And if I had a Hall of Fame vote, which I do not have for the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Tom Brady and Bill Belichick would not get my vote. They've done more damage than they've accomplished in this NFL. I thought you said that.
That's me.
That was not you. You lying?
I sound
Alex,
mad,
play it.
right?
Alex, play that back.
More
Did you
will
mean
come out
25 years
and
ago?
you will have more
25 years
disdain
ago.
for this franchise.
That sounds
different, right? Crazy.
What in the helium were you sucking on? That was not you.
That is me 5 years
Hey,
ago.
yo! No,
Crazy.
that was not you. But continue. You had some points.
Rob G. I just want you to bring up the pro football writers. I mean, I gotta admit, it took some balls to do this, and I'm impressed by the pro football writers. I'm not a member of the Pro Football Writers Association, BBWA in baseball, but not in football, even though I've covered the sport since 1987. But I have mad respect for them to be able to say you shouldn't be rewarded for cheating.
Well, somebody spearheaded this.
All right, so yeah, man. Hey, it's Rob Parker right, or the writers right, man. Bill Belichick is definitely a cheater. I mean, there's no way around that, right, y'all? There's no way around the cheating got suspended. I don't know, Brady got suspended. Still, they locked in together. You know what I mean? He got fined. I know that. Yeah, so, all the little videotaping and, cheating with the signals, a whole bunch of teams, man. The Jets, Steelers, a couple other teams, got accusations against them, man. I'm pretty sure the Cleveland, Indianapolis Colts feel the same way because they used to beat up on Peyton Manning and all them. Uncle in the chat says, then Tom Brady should not be a first-round Hall of Famer either. Bill Belichick should have been a first-rounder Hall of Famer. Belichick was screwed, see? And that's how a lot of people think, man. And Rob Parker's not with that, man. I don't know, man. I think I'm a hater, so let me let Rob Parker spit for a little bit. And I got another video, man, on the other side of it. We're going to see who's right and who's wrong because, it's a react type of show. Week in review. So let's go.
But remember, Robert Kraft isn't in.
Right.
Remember, he didn't get.
He died to get in.
He didn't get, and he's 85 years old, 83 years old, whatever it is.
He wants to get in. It's not he doesn't care. He wants to get in.
Exactly. And now Bill Belichick is not in the first ballot. If I'm Tom Brady, my shorts are brown at home. Because now there's a real chance that they'll do the same thing to Tom Brady. And think about this. Brady got suspended by the league for the whole deflate game.
Yeah.
Remember that? He got suspended for 4 games. Rob G.
I mean, you kind of gave it away there, Rob, but yes.
But yeah, hey, man, look, they cheated, bruh. They cheated. And Uncle, you said it, man. Tom Brady should not be a first rounder then. So Tom Brady is, he got to poop right now. His stomach hurt. Like, oh, shit. What? Hold on. What? They calling us cheaters for real? Look, man, I don't feel bad for him, bro. Because they did it to my man T.O. for way less. So I don't feel bad for Bill Belichick at all, bruh. At all. Whoever these writers is, whoever got the vote, they been had the vote. Ain't no switching it back now and let's talk to the voters because that's what the Hall of Fame wants to do. The Hall of Fame wants Bill Belichick in there. They was ready. They was probably prepping for it. Oh, let's get ready for Bill Belichick. This is going to be huge. Patriots going to be everywhere. Nope. And there's no guarantee they're going to vote for you the next year, bro. Because the reaction is going so hard that them voters going to be like, man, fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. Belichick might have got screwed because he's definitely worthy, man. And I've never been big on I mean, I think Barry Bonds should be in, but Barry Bonds and them ain't in there. Pete Rose, he should be in, right? Pete Rose ain't in there. So that's been a long time, especially Pete Rose. They still ain't let that go. Barry Bonds, I'm getting old. That's been a long time. They ain't letting that go. Major League Baseball is not with it. Them boys ain't getting in. They cheated. They cheated. So Rob Parker saying Robert Kraft ain't getting. Your boy ain't in yet. Ain't no guarantees. They skip you on the first ballot. It's like, oh, what they talking about? You know what I mean? You see T.O. reacted like, hold on. And Tom Brady's worried. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, Unc, you on to something, man. Tom Brady can't go either. But let's look at another video. We're going to go to First Take this time. We're going to go to the other part of the spectrum and see how these folks feel. Because some people think this is blasphemous, man. It's blasphemous.
By now, certainly you have heard that Bill Belichick is not a first ballot Hall of Famer, and everyone has joined in saying that that is absolutely ridiculous. So the Hall of Fame released a statement yesterday in response to the outrage, saying in part, quote, "The Pro Football Hall of Fame understands and respects the passionate reaction of many fans, media members, and enshrinees of the Hall itself in light of published reports regarding the voting results of the class of 2026. It goes on to say, if it is determined that any member violated the selection process bylaws, they understand action will be taken that could include the possibility that such selector would not remain a member of the committee moving forward. Now,
so hold on, man. How you going to potentially remove voter? A vote. It's a vote. It's a yay or a nay. It's a yay or a nay. So what do you mean violate what rules? There ain't no rules in no vote. You have to vote what you vote for. So basically they're trying to say, yo, you should have put Bill Belichick in there, or we checking you now. Like, hold on.
Pixel 6 Pro.
But that's crazy to me. That they really want to switch the rules. These dudes been voting for everybody to get in. Like I said, they did my man T.O. dirty for way less, man. Way less. So don't feel bad for Bill Belichick. I'm sorry. I don't. But let's continue on ESPN here.
Belichick is not mentioned by name in this statement, but we all know what they are referring to, obviously. Tom Brady also weighed in on the snub.
I don't understand it. I mean, I was with him every day. If he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer, there's really no coach that should ever be a first ballot Hall of Famer, which is.
And it's funny that Tom Brady says that. I don't think any coach should be a first ballot Hall of Famer, honestly. And if anybody should have been, this would have been the first guy, at least by credentials. But when you cheat, but yeah, coaches should always take the backseat to players. No coach be an automatic first ballot Hall of Famer. I just don't agree with that. You know what I'm saying? This always should have to wait.
Completely ridiculous because people deserve it, and he's incredible. There's no coach I'd ever want to play, but I'd rather play for. If I'm picking one coach to go out there to win a Super Bowl, give me one season, I'm taking Bill Belichick. So that's enough said.
That is enough said. We've had a lot of time now to think about this and react to this. RC, haven't heard from you yet on it. What are your thoughts, especially?
I mean, we've been reacting to this for 2 or 3 days now, and everybody feels the same. Don Shula should have been a first ballot Hall of Famer, and he was. Right? Tom Landry should have been a first ballot Hall of Famer, and he was. Chuck Noll should have been a first ballot Hall of Famer, and he was. Just like Bill Belichick. None of those 3 coaches, who are all phenomenal coaches, who are coaches that should be enshrined amongst the greatest, would think to themselves, I had a better career than Bill Belichick. And then you hear all the reasons why this possibly could have happened. People are talking about Deflategate or Spygate, whether he treated the media in the way that says he should be in. And I say bullcrap to all of that. Because the bottom line is, what did you do on the field? What did you do in between the lines?
Hold on, we got a caller, y'all.
And when I say brothers, forgot.
Ow, it's the Underground.
Ow. Hey, Underground, I seen something that watching the music awards, and I forgot you was on the air tonight. I have nothing to say. I'm gonna let y'all go ahead. Would y'all go ahead?
All right.
And Mr. Anonymous will call you tomorrow.
No doubt. Ow.
Ow.
right, let's go, man. Back to Ryan Clark rant a little bit about our boy Bill Belichick.
What did you do on the field? What did you do in between the lines? What did you do inside the building? What did you do in the most important moments? And everybody knows there was no one as good as Bill Belichick. There's no one that's left a legacy on the game the way Bill Belichick has. The reason that there are so many players from the New England Patriots teams that are in the Hall of Fame right now is because of Bill Belichick, whether it's Ty Law, Richard Seymour, Rodney Harrison should be. Obviously, Tom Brady is going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. The walls of the Hall of Fame are now shallower and more.
Now, this is where you're wrong with the player thing. The player don't know the coach is cheating, right? The player don't know the coach is cheating, so that's where you're wrong, Ryan Clark. The player don't know when you're cheating. Now, Tom Brady, we all know he was deflating balls, so that's a whole other thing. So he got his own cheating scandal, so they just plugged him in with Bill Belichick. They both got their cheating scandal, right? So that's why Tom Brady should be a little shook. But I'm telling you, bro, like, everybody don't got to know that you're cheating. That's how conspiracies work. You think everybody in NASA knew that they wasn't going to the moon when they faked it? No. The dude cleaning the toilets down the hill, he don't know. Even the mathematician don't know. They doing the math and all they turn their work in. They don't know what happens after that. They don't build the rocket. They ain't the engineer just because they did the calculations. So everybody don't got to know, bruh. So don't try to, Ty Law's in there. They don't deserve it then and then because they was on a cheating ass team. No, they played ball. They did their thing on the field. And that's why I'm saying no coach, I don't care what you do, should get it in the first round. I mean, the first ballot. Because you always take the back seat to the players. So anyway, Unc in the chat says, I don't feel bad for Belichick or Brady. Then how is the Patriots the team of the decade? Yeah, man, I mean, you can't go back in time and erase nothing. Hey, Ryan, Bill cheated the game. Yeah, for sure. And nobody knows how deep the cheating was. Crooked Roger destroyed all the tapes. Yep. Remember that part. And that's what people been saying, man. They say it's not the crime, it's the cover of the crime, or it's the how you react to it. You know what I mean? It's how you react to it. The cover up. The lie. Do you keep lying? Like you tell your kid, your son, you just look at him and say, look, son, just tell me the truth. I know already, bruh. You're making it worse. So, yeah, man. The Patriots be cheating, man. They cheated the Steelers, so we should be mad. They cheated the Jets plenty of times and dominated them. Other teams, they probably cheated on everybody in the division, I'm sure. I think Cincinnati got some type of beef with them. Bill Polian and the Colts got their beef. Let's let Ryan Clark just keep trying to explain Bill Belichick into the Pro Bowl. But I'm telling you, bro, I just might be being a hater right here.
More hollow than they have ever been because Bill Belichick didn't get what he rightfully earned and deserved, which was being a first ballot Hall of Famer.
It's so easy to become a podcaster with Riverside. First, go to Riverside and open an account. When you're ready to record, just hit rec to capture high-quality audio and video.
Yeah, my question that I remain adamant about is, what a great opportunity for the Hall of Fame to make it right. And I know that this isn't the participation.
All right, I don't really want to try to hear this, dude. Let's go to Stephen A. Smith. Because he got a couple things I want y'all to hear.
One of the most egregious things this week. That's right. I'm trying to work that out. Here comes the man. Here I come. Here's the point, y'all. Here's the point. Let me say that's right, Dan. I said it. I ain't ashamed to tell you. Let me get serious for a second with this whole Bill Belichick thing. We all know where I stand with this. This is egregious. I think this is one of the most egregious things that we've seen in sports. I'm embarrassed for the industry, for any scribe, for any reporter. Obviously, it's not just reporters that are on the selection committee, but when anybody that's in this industry, to me, that takes this position that he didn't belong to, as a first ballot Hall of Famer should be ashamed of themselves. Okay? It's no longer a privilege to be a...
You should be ashamed of yourself. If you don't believe what he thinks, you should be ashamed of yourself. About a dude cheating. A cheater. Now, we ain't saying he'll get in the Hall of Fame. We just saying first ballot. Nah, bruh. They took a stance. But you might not get in, bro. If they take the baseball stance, you ain't getting in there. Go ahead.
Associated with the Hall of Fame. Have you paid attention, Hall of Fame folks? It's not a privilege to be associated with you today. It's an abject embarrassment. It is a disgrace, Dan, because what you've done is you've diluted the significance and the importance of your own institution by omitting the greatest coach in history. There is no excuse to do there's no excuse to have rules in place that would allow you to do what has been done to Bill Belichick. To ignore what he has done. We've heard Lawrence Taylor. We've heard, Tom Brady won 2 championships as a defensive coordinator with Lawrence Taylor. He's won 6 championships with Tom Brady as his quarterback. We know what this man has done. We know what he's led. Now, to play the devil's advocate for only a second, because I don't believe it, but I want to articulate the argument being made against Bill Belichick. They're saying Spygate. He cheated. He got fined $500,000, which was the largest fine in history, for that's been accorded to a coach. That's what they're saying. They're talking about
that means something. That means something. You're just gonna poo-poo over that.
$250,000 fine that the Patriots had to surrender along with a pick. They're talking about those things being associated with Bill Belichick. And then they bring up Pete Rose and gambling. Or they bring up a Barry Bonds that has been, denied Hall of Fame entry and stuff like that. And they're like, what makes Bill Belichick so different? I'm like the 3 Super Bowls before Spygate and the 3 Super Bowls after. How about that as an argument? To me, when
hold on. Can't you say that about Barry? I mean, when people ask me, should Barry Bonds be in the Hall of Fame? And I say, yeah, they say, why? I said, well, because he was the man before steroids. Like, nah. Okay. So the precedent is set, right? The precedent is set. And these guys that's voting, whoever these writers are, they were already selected. They were already in place. Wasn't no problem until they made a decision nobody wanted them to make. But these are the dudes in charge of this right here. And it is what it is. It is what it is. And they treat him like T.O. And I ain't mad. Because they treated T.O. like that, treating him like that. So now it's fair. Can't call it black and white. Can't call it nothing, bruh. Can't call it nothing but fair. That's what it is. And I'm a Patriot hating ass motherfucker. That's why I don't want them to win this goddamn Super Bowl. I used to like the Patriots when they was sad, man. They had the ugliest jerseys in the league. They had a dude on a helmet. Like, bruh, I would root for them because they were so goddamn sad. But now, they about to surpass the Steelers, bruh. And maybe win 7 Super Bowls. But maybe this is a sign they about to lose this thing, bro. 2026 ain't looking good for the Patriots. Bill Belichick gets a snub on, deservingly so, you ask me. And maybe the Patriots, who are already the underdog in the Super Bowl, take that L I want to see them take, and that trajectory goes down instead of up. Because if it go up, my Steelers ain't ready to battle that yet, even though we beat the Patriots this year, y'all. Bro, the Steelers, man, the Steelers was okay. Don't get it twisted, man. Steelers was okay this year, man. If we ain't have a 50-year-old quarterback, if we had somebody, if we had a Sam Darnold, dog, we taking it. I think he just would have got Metcalf the ball a little better. We could have used some receiver too, man. But with our defense and Mike Tomlin the way he get down, man, we could have beat some other teams with a valiant quarterback. I think he was the poison at times, man. He just didn't show up sometimes against good defenses, man. Just didn't have it no more, man. Just reality. Father Time going to win, especially against the good teams. Now he can still ball with the squad that ain't ready. He's still Aaron Rodgers, but not against the top defenses. When you get to the playoffs, that's what's going to happen. Uncle in the chat says 3 Super Bowls before he got caught cheating. Yeah, before. Before you got caught cheating, man. Before you got caught cheating. They just ain't know. And you got caught, and you kept winning them, But you already had your trajectory right. You know what I mean? You already had Brady right. So whatever, man. I mean, look, I still think Bill Belichick. You still got to coach though, and you still got to play. That's why I ain't talking shit on none of the players, except for maybe Brady. He got his own, situation as Deflategate and all that. But I mean, deflating the ball, that ain't too serious. But if Bill Belichick was really obviously out there stealing plays or doing what he had to do, videotaping people's practices, that was the worst part. Like, damn, practice, dog. That's where it's too far. I'm cool with if you keep calling the same signals, I'm be looking on the other side of the field and get your signal. But when you record people's practice, that's pretty deep, man. It's like, damn, dog, like you don't even want it to be a competition. That's hard to understand. But you can't go back in time and take away championships from them. So where do you punish somebody like that? I guess you could say it's in the fine and all that good stuff, but I don't know if that's enough, man. At least for the Hall of Fame, man. Like I said, Barry Bonds ain't in there. Pete Rose damn sure ain't getting in there. Neither one of them's ever going to get in there. I don't know. Or they're going to have to be dead. They're going to have to be dead. They ain't going to never do it to their face. Yeah, that's fucked up. Funny as hell, though. But it's fucked up. Alright, man. It's about that time. Pittsburgh Big Dog says, man, Genie better have full-time security. Bill might be out and we have a hit on him. Hell yeah. Uncle in chat says T.O. didn't have any outside or inside baggage. Hell no. Never been fined for too much. They didn't like his mouth. And that was it. And he didn't even really have a lot of mouth, man. I mean, how many teammates did you say that would say I didn't like Tito instead of maybe McNabb or whatever like that, But there's some other dudes that say they didn't like Donovan McNabb. What's his name? The skinny receiver, Deshaun Jackson. He don't like McNabb neither. He said McNabb did some shicey shit to him. So I don't know. T.O. always been a straightforward, straight-up dude to me. I mean, he might be a little, I guess, different than other people. He might come off wrong because he got a lot of confidence in himself, but that's what made him great, man. That's what make all them dudes great. You're going to find them type of dudes T.O. ain't the only T.O. He just really knew how to blow himself up without needing nobody else, He didn't need nobody else's help to blow up, and that's what they didn't like about T.O. at all. Same thing they don't like about Ocho Cinco. They didn't like that with him. He's in the same category. That's what they do, man. Just like they didn't like this dark-skinned dude on his hat. That's why they took that away, man. That's how I got my Redskins hat on, man. February 1st. Black History Month. Don't forget your history. And black folks, man, we got to dig up our history sometimes, man. So, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you digging on your history and you know what's up, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what's up. Because this dude he's just as dark as me, bro. One of the only logos we had. They took away Uncle Ben. Took away Aunt Jemima. You know what I mean? It's just the color, man. Sean Jackson and the lady at ESPN ain't like McNabb either. Got himself fired. Who was the other dude? Who's the lady? It ain't I don't know who the lady is, but I think I do remember that. I just can't remember her name. But yeah, man, McNabb had a problem with a lot of people. Uncle in the chat says so much easier to catch a ball with less air. That's why every team has an air pressure standard in the NFL. Yeah, and it got to be even. The same ball got to be on there on the field all day. Even though it's a different ball, they want them to match. They want them to be, So, yeah, man. They just some cheaters, bro. I really wouldn't be surprised if Tom Brady didn't get it on the first one. That shit's going to be wild, though. But at least it won't catch you off guard. It won't catch you off guard this time, man. All right, man. You know how I do on the Underground, man. Keep on digging and digging. This is it for the night, man. I appreciate y'all in the chat everywhere, man. It's the Underground Sports Show, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and spread the channel, man. Hit the share button, man. Share me out on all your social media, man. Black History Month in the chat month, and not one black coach hired, man. Yeah, I did see that. Need to stand up. You know what I'm saying? We'll get a few more in here, man. Hopefully we can have some big success out of that boy DeMarco Ryans next year, man. That's the next one on the rise right there, man. Houston need to keep him down there, man. Don't fire him just because he have a bad season here and there, man. Nah, man. Hold on. You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
Keep digging.
We out. It's the Underground Sports Show, baby.
It's the Underground. Yeah,
appreciate y'all coming out. Check me out next time. Super Bowl coming up, baby.
It's the Underground. Yeah, keep digging. Keep digging. Keep digging, go deep. It's the Underground. Yeah, keep digging. Keep digging. Keep digging, go deep. It's the Underground.
Go deep, yeah. It's the Underground. Drop a bomb, yeah. Everybody get down. Matter of fact, yeah. It's a touchdown. Yeah, jiggy, yeah. In the end zone, yeah. Ask your girl, I'm in the friend zone. First down, yeah. I'm in the red zone. Can't stop this. You better watch this. Call into the show, talk your shit.
Keep digging. Keep digging. Keep digging, go deep. It's the Underground. Yeah, keep digging. Keep digging. Keep digging, go deep. It's the Underground. Yeah, keep digging. Keep digging. Keep digging, go deep. It's the Underground. Yeah, keep digging. Keep digging. Keep digging, go deep. It's the Underground.
Stay tuned for something special.
Now everything they told us was a lie. They told you where you from, now that's a lie. We used to be some monkeys, that's a lie. Cause everything they told us was a lie. Yeah. Now everything they told us was a lie. They told us where we from, now that's a lie. We used to be some monkeys, that's a lie. Cause everything they told us was a lie. Yeah. Wake up, it's about time. I put this knowledge in the motherfucking rhyme. Yeah, it's ill city to the end. G for L where I began. Yeah, now I'm tired of the lies. Come on, open up your eyes. Filthy rich, that's my name. I'm about to put you on game. Them wasn't no planes. Yeah, up in smoke, Mary Jane. Yeah, now we getting mad high. Time to look up in the sky. Yeah, now you tell me you don't see that. Where the fuck is your brain at? I'm in love with the cocoa. Try to give me that shot, that's a no-no. Yeah, man, I told you from the start. Yeah, I wasn't taking no parts. Yeah, now it's the Armageddon. You better get you a weapon. Cause everything they told us was a lie. They told you where you from, now that's a lie. We used to be some monkeys, that's a lie. Cause everything they told us was a lie. Yeah. Now everything they told us was a lie.
They told you where you from, now that's a lie. We used to be some monkeys, that's a lie. Cause everything they told us was a lie. Now they went to the moon. You must be high on some shrooms. And they say they were some pilgrims, but they came for our children. Yeah, we about to ride in the streets, cause my family gotta eat. They said it's Thanksgiving, but look at all the land that they taking. You ain't spending on the earth, boy. All you spending is your work, boy. Cause all they do is lie, man. What the fuck is going on, man? Cause everything they told us was a lie. They told you where you're from, now that's a lie. We used to be some monkeys, that's a lie. Now everything they told us was a lie.